veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you, and thank you once again for finding the time to be with me on the show for another edition of this Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well, and once again, I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone, and I hope you're all doing well. Today, we'll talk about, keep watch for Enzo Maresca's our new manager's announcement. We'll talk about Tosin Adarabioyo, I can't even pronounce it correctly. Trevoh Chalobah, Conor Gallagher, Summerville, and everything at Chelsea. And chances are, as the show progresses, other items will emerge. And if that happens, be rest assured, this will be one of the first places you'd hear about them. Let's say hello to those of you in the chat without wasting much of your time. And here we have Chinos Chosen Dalo. This is good morning. Good morning to you too. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great too. Tosin is a good replacement for Silva. I would say that. I think he's not as experienced as Silva, but he will get there. But he's well equipped to, in the future, be as good, in my opinion. Dominic, Maximilian and Eche, good morning to you too. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Yes, Chelsea for life. I'd say that too, anytime, any day. Make sure to like the video, guys. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. Just quickly, this says from Jude, the CEO of Chelsea FC Jingles. Nice to see you in the house, bro. I hope you're doing well. He says, good morning, coach, and everyone in the community. Congratulations. Finally, we hit 20K, and we have some cushion on it, about 37 at 20. Yeah, it is 20,037 subscribers. So quickly, we actually got there the day I told you guys I believe we would get there. At the end of the day, we did get there, and I was waiting for us to add some cushion to that. We've added 37 more subscribers to 20,000 subscribers, so that's not easy. We should be celebrating. Hello to you too, Wala Gabriel. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Who will be taking the front line for Chelsea? Owusu, I'm guessing Ghanaian, bro. I'm not sure. The chances are the manager comes in and he says, you know what, I'm good with what we have, and will not be looking to sign any attacking players. You never know. Let me be more specific. I'm guessing your question is with regards to signing a new striker or not. We don't know. Everything comes down to what the manager wants. And remember, before that argument, Jackson can fulfill the number 9 role. Christopher Nkunku can fulfill the number 9 role. Even Cole Palmer can fulfill the number 9 role. And if you ask Nkunku, he'd tell you he's a number 9. I salute you, sir, my bro. Uzodimma Okule here, my Igbo bro. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Who did we sign? Tosin Adarabioyo, which means as beautiful as Oyo State. Our Yoruba brothers in the chat the other day explained the meaning of the name, that beautiful name. I like names with meaning, and I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Before we continue, I want to quickly appeal to those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny beauty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us to help us garner more likes. That's because the more likes we garner, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and be forced to push the stream to more people who'll be interested in the topics we have lined up. So let's get into it without wasting much of your time. We have, I wouldn't say a lot, because chances are we just breeze through it like this. And if I ask you if you have anything to say, chances are none of you will have anything to add to that. We just move on. So we'll have to switch scenes here. I'm gonna go to this window now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way, and I have my bro in the house, Constantine Dunchu. Big up to you, brother. Always nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. So, without wasting much of your time, but before we continue, pardon me, I have to take a sip of my coffee so I don't lose my voice. That's hot. All right. But thank you, Dante. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. We are 15 minutes into the show and we have 16 likes. Let's try and get it to 150 likes today at least. We're getting there. We're not a big account yet, but we're getting there gradually. The first item talks about a Tosin Adarabioyo, which is as beautiful as Uyo State. Uyo, is it? Some people pronounce it Uyo, some people pronounce it Oyo. But let's forget. Beyond his name, we signed him. It says that Chelsea expect a Tosin Adarabioyo deal to be signed and sealed next week after verbal agreement was reached. Tosin believes Chelsea are offering the best project for his future, with Enzo Maresca also being a factor for his decision. So I don't know if he's played under him. Chances are he's played. When did he join Fulham? So I'm not too sure. Chances are he's played under him. It's a possibility. But I want to know why this. I want to know what they mean by this part of the report, which says Tosin believes Chelsea are offering the best project for his future, with Enzo Maresca also being a factor for his decision. So he must have played under him. That's how I read this. Maybe he just knows how the man likes to approach the game and knows that it suits his style of play or profile, and would want to come to Chelsea to play under Enzo Maresca. Whatever it is, I'm happy we signed him. In all honesty, if you know how good he is, I think you'd be happy knowing that that's a steal. Getting him as a free agent is a steal, really, because I think he's capable. He's well equipped to take on that Thiago Silva mantle and grow into it with time. Tiba Salifa is saying that Tosin met Enzo at West Brom. Can you elaborate? Elaborate, please. Tiba, elaborate. I want to understand. But there's some sort of connection this suggests if he decides to come to Chelsea because of Enzo Maresca and all the factors mentioned there. But I want to know, can you elaborate? Let's learn more why that is the case. He's a product of Man City, we know that. But the question now is, did he play under Maresca at Man City when he coached the academy team? That's the link with him. Okay, you're as specific as can be there. He's a product of Man City Academy. That's the link with the Enzo. Okay. Tosin was with him. Okay, Tosin was with him at the Man City youth team. Wow. We're lucky. Good morning to you too, Kunle Kuku. Nice to see you. And I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Kunle saying good morning, coach, and everyone. Trust you had a good weekend. Congratulations to Madrid and Don, Carlo, and Chalochi. Don. Let's see. Big up to you to Wiz Paparazzi Beats. I'm trying to find the most enjoyable way to say your name. I'm working on it, and I believe I'll get there as soon as possible. Big up to all of you. The first item here, let me know what you think of Tosin Adarabioyo. I think he's an excellent player. He's an excellent ball carrier. He's good on the ball overall. He has excellent passing range, whether on the carpet or in the air. He's excellent. Good aerially, reads the game very well. There's only one risk, which if the manager knows him very well, I don't think that should be actually considered a risk. He's often, how do I explain that correctly? He's often off his line. In some cases, actually doing the jobs of the sixes. He doesn't leave all the job of protecting the defensive line to the sixes. He's always should I call it? I don't know. It'd be correct to say he interjects. He actually leaves his line to come centrally to do the work of a six, which it helps because if he waits for the sixes to get the jobs done, it may be a little bit too late. So he reads the game that well. Overall, I think he will end up. I think he'd be. We signed an excellent player in him as a free agent, and that hardly ever happens to us Chelsea fans. It's usually when we sign a player as a free agent, maybe that player is nursing an injury or maybe aren't that you could say not good enough anymore. If that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I would like the signing of Tosin, a good player. I love him. I love him even before we signed him. I've always been hoping and praying that he decides to represent Niger. I don't know if that would be possible again, but we'll find out. Yep, I like him. He's an excellent player and a great. You can say his profile is well suited for the way Enzo Maresca likes to play. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 48 people and 21 likes already in total. We have 74 people following the show, only 48 on X. The rest are following the show on X. And if you're following the show on X, here's a secret for you. We do a monthly giveaway for our members who are students. And so if you're a member of the community and you're a student, or if you're following the show on X, you'd be better off joining us on YouTube. And be sure that you turn on the notification button, and so that whenever we go live, you'd be notified and you'll be part of it, and you get a chance to win at least $50 every month if you're a student. But here's the thing: if you win it this particular month, you're not going to get a chance to participate until the next 4 months, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 52 people following the show and 23 likes. We should be doing way better than that. So let's move on to the next item we have lined up, people. Give me 1 second here. The next item we've already talked about Tosin Adarabioyo. I think he will turn out to be an excellent signing for us. Wolves, Monaco, and Bologna are all. I hope Bologna. I don't know how you pronounce it. If I pronounced it wrong, just give me 1 second. I'm pushing hard to complete a quick deal to land Amanda Broya on a permanent transfer. The striker is start to want to wait until after the Euros to decide his future. I think we did discuss about him. We discussed. We discussed about him at length a few days ago, where Bobby, again, he made some suggestions on what the club should do, and he believes the club should let him leave, but should insert a buyback clause in on the contract, that whatever contract he signs, sell-on clause or whatever, so that we can show, so that we can be sure that whatever happens, it will never be an L for us. Keep dropping the likes on the shin, people. The likes do go a long way. 24 likes, and we are how many minutes into the show? We're just 22 minutes into the show. That's not bad. Keep dropping the likes, people. Let's get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Bobby, you're already in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Just give me, let me switch like this. But before I ask you that question, let me get a few of what we have here. And Constantine Dante saying Dante celebrates a 14 months of membership. Congrats on 20K subs. Very well deserved. We deserve it. But I want to say thank you more importantly to you, bro. You've been a member for more than a year right now. I think you're getting closer to becoming a 2-year member. Your membership is clocking 2 years in a few months, and I cannot thank you enough. You're such a good friend. We've gone from you just being a member of the community to becoming friends and brothers, I must say. So thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough, brother. And this is saying hopefully y'all had better. It's better. Okay, does that make you happy now? It's really better. But I'm not talking to you again. Who got the brother to think? Okay, they can keep clubs waiting for him. I think he can. He's a talent. There are clubs that are almost always open to signing such talents, even though they haven't been performing or playing for a while. There's always a risk there. So signing him could well turn out to be the best decision the club that end up signing him has ever made. You never know. The guy will soon ruin our pure profit aspirations with his arrogance. I don't think he's arrogant. I think there's a good player in him. But it's our thing to always give up on players for one mistake. Or you must remember he was out injured for a while, and when he came back, didn't play that much. But that's by the way, we're not here to talk about that. And I'm not preaching that my club should keep him. I'm just saying there's a player in there, and some clubs know that. And the truth remains we can't keep them all, irrespective of our opinions of the players in question. Bobby, we've talked about Tosin Adarabioyo. Other clubs were interested. One that was mentioned a few days ago was Newcastle United, but he preferred Chelsea's project. And also the second paragraph here, which says Tosin believes Chelsea are offering him the best project for his future, with Enzo Maresca also being a factor for his decision. And some people in the chat have said that yeah, he's played on the Maresca at Man City Academy. But Bobby, I don't know you want to talk about it. Tosin, I know you've spoken about him the other day, his profile, his height, everything. But if you want to talk about Amanda Brewer, you go ahead. But
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, coach. Good morning, coach. Yeah, Tosin is a wait and see right now. We just need to see how this player evolves with us. Everything looks like it's a very good signing, a signing that we need in terms of the physicality.
mhm,
Now it's just the application into the system. He has the experience. I think he will turn 27 when he actually joins us. So he's certainly a mature player. So I like the idea of what we're doing. We're not necessarily going for big names. He's relatively unknown, and they're usually the best players for Chelsea. So yeah, I think it's a silent wait and see.
mhm.
Well, it's business. In the deal, you put something in there that benefits the club beyond the price. Just like we have got a £5 million benefit, even though Eden Hazard is retired, because Real
Oh
Madrid
yeah,
have
that's
won.
something.
That's right, and also I think another £5 million because they have Kepa. So the 5 million for Hazard is, to be fair, down to the previous regime. I think Marina did that one.
Yeah, she
So
did
for
that. Yeah.
those, yeah. So for those that think I'm a Marina hater, no, I'm not. I just call it as it is, or as I believe it is. And in this case, she deserves full credit for that deal. However, the Kepa deal was what this current ownership put in place, maybe mimicking that deal. I don't know. But at least they've done it. Will anybody even remember it in the Chelsea community? No. But when it comes to bashing them, they will queue up. So, yes, I do believe we need to do that with Brozier, as we did, as the Granovskaya people did with Tammy Abraham. Sell on clause, buyback clause. Should we need to? If we don't need to, fine, it's all good. But should they sell him, we get something. That's business, because he's not gonna. If he's not gonna play for us, let's make it work for us. In my opinion, he's
Mhm.
an academy boy. You maximize your profit. Usually, we end up selling these guys on face value on a bit of the cheap. So let's put in clauses to give bonuses to the sale. That's my take on him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens, like you explained the other day, we should just make sure uh, we you could say it's a it's a win situation for us, and I think it would be if we have a buyback clause. If it does well, if we decide we want him back, we just trigger it. So we've been good at that. I think we've been good at that. We hardly, I think, since after the case of was it Kevin De Bruyne, who again, Mohamed Salah, maybe. I think we've been cautious with how we let players go. We don't just
Yeah,
disconnect.
I mean,
Yeah, go
we
ahead.
we need to be careful with one thing. Buyback in a way, it's a first refusal. I think is the best way
Mm,
to put that, because the
mm.
buyback does come with a fee, just like Tammy Abraham. If we
Fixed
wanted
fee,
him,
right? Yeah.
yeah, it will cost us about 60 something million. But we wouldn't want him back unless he's absolutely ripping up trees. And then, we could say, hey, look, are you going to? But then even the I don't know what the clause is, whether the people that have him, yeah, they are compelled to sell, if he's been there for a number of years. I think 2 years, or is it 3 years in the case of Tammy.
Mhm.
Should we want him back, we give them 63 million or so after 2 years. Should we want him back? So you put something like that in, and of course it's beneficial to everybody all round, as well as a sell on. Should they choose to sell him on, then we gain something as well. That's business. That's what we should be doing.
Yeah, we'll come back to these new items that Eddie just shared with me. One of them, I think, will cause a lot of problems in the community. And I'm just going to give you guys a clue. The report says that Romelu Lukaku will return to Chelsea and the new start is not excluded. Yeah, right. I don't believe that one bit. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I think we need to switch windows before we switch topics. Bobby, thank you so much once again for finding the time to join me. The next item here, give me 1 second, talks about Enzo Fernandez had previously looked set to represent Argentina, which Pochettino was prepared to approve, but Enzo Maresca has also pushed back his inclusion as he wants to maximize his chance of hitting the ground running with the Blues, which was something we did talk about the other day. Look at it. Let's read the next item also. The next item talks about Les Lugochukwu stays. He's in France's provisional Olympic squad. Provisional. Michael Olise is joining. Michael Olise, Chelsea target Michael Olise is included in France's provisional Olympic squad. But here, which is one? There's one of them I'm looking for. Chelsea refused Malo Gusto. Yep. Chelsea blocked the release of Malo Gusto and Benoit Badiashile for Olympics as Enzo Maresca wants time to implement that, to implement his ideas. You see what we talked about the other day. The problem isn't letting Enzo go, because if you let him go, you can't come back to these two guys and tell them, well, we let Enzo go, but you know what, you're not going. It just wouldn't make sense. I think you would create a serious issue. It would seem as if come across as if you're favoring some players, and all this. You just I don't know how it's expressed, but you get my point, Bobby. So it's a good thing they didn't let him go, because it would have created a serious issue.
Yeah, I think we need to, especially a club like Chelsea, we need to actually now take a strong stance on all these internationals. You
Mm,
know, Nations Cups, World Cups, qualifiers, Nations League, now Olympics. It's too much, and I'm glad Chelsea have put their foot down. I had a conversation on a platform yesterday about this, and the medical staff have to get involved. People like Badia Shield and even Gusto, certainly Enzo. Their physical well-being needs to come into play, and it should be against medical advice to continue having these extra international obligations in
mhm,
view of the task ahead with the new season. We have more games to play with Europe this season, and we have a new manager trying to integrate the team. So I'm 100% for blocking Gusto. As far as Michael Olise is concerned, he's not our player yet, so maybe that may be slightly out of our hands. But any Chelsea player and the Olympics, I'm not for it at all. They can dig into, the age range for the Olympics. I think because they are taking professionals,
yeah,
my
three
understanding.
overage players is allowed are allowed
I
for each team. Yeah.
Exactly. My understanding of Olympics is it's meant to be for amateur individuals. Well, they've all changed that now with the sponsorships and all that. Now we're dipping into Premier League professionals and other football league professionals to go to the
Mhm.
Olympics. That is questionable. That is debatable, but certainly for the welfare of the players, it's too much. It's too much football created by an extra international burden. So Chelsea, if this is true, is right. Hold your ground and refuse any Chelsea player to go to the Olympics.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. But and especially the fact that we don't have the luxury to do that. Assuming we're properly rehearsed right now, we're more of a unit than we are right now, and we can do with the absence of Enzo for, you can say, for 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks for the duration of the Olympics. Then I say just let him go. But even at that, it creates a problem. Like as I've explained before, how are you going to explain to the others, Malo Gusto, Benwa, but the Sheila, and chances that there are even more. Probably if England qualifies, I know, but England usually they like actually to give younger players a chance. I follow them for a long time now to know that's the case because they're blessed with too many options. Actually, there are a lot of players that give a chance to go play in the Olympics. But that's, by the way, hello to you too, JC. Okay, he's responded. I wanted to ask that question and he's responded, but let me just say hello to Dante. Just go back, bro. Talk to you when you get a chance. Let's see. Roger Gasta, bro, yeah, it's all his fault. No, it's not Roger's fault. Listen, even I believe there's a player in there. But again, my policy is this: we don't have to keep them all. I understand some of them will make it elsewhere, not at Chelsea, and I won't regret it. What about there's a pundit actually? What's his name? One of the on NBC, the black guy and the white guy, the French, they have their own show actually. One of them, the white guy, said on the day, why can't I remember? The two Robbies. Um, what's their last name actually? Robbie Masto and this other Robbie. I think it was Masto. They said his show that Amanda Broya will become better than than Nicola Jackson. I mean, it's possible, but at the time, I think no, I think it was too much saying he's going to become better than Nicholas Jackson at the time. But it's still possible because he's still very young, in my opinion. But Histon, that's a good player, him, irrespective of what you think, Dante. So just go away. Enzo has managed in the past. Stalin, Bama, Lavia, Tosin. Yeah, but the truth remains we don't have the luxury, that's just my opinion, to let even a single player leave right now. It could turn out to be, again, him staying could turn out to be the best decision the club has ever made. I don't know how else to phrase it, but you get my point. Broya, he can go all I want is a good striker. Who's to say that he can then we who's to say that he's not capable of becoming that striker we're looking for? Morning to you too, Santiago Muno, my assistant. Always nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Saying hello to him. Maresca wants who? He wants he wants the woolly mammoth. I don't think he wants him, but we'll get to that particular report in a bit. Let's address all the ones we have lined up here. But thanks to AD for always researching and updating us while the show in real time while the show is on. Judy saying I don't blame the coach. If he leaves, the whole team will have to be released. The Enzo should take a solace in his World Cup victory. Yeah, he's won a bigger trophy than that, and I'm sure Argentina's they're not short of players. They're blessed. So I think it's just stay back, and we have issues. Look how we've struggled 2 seasons at Chelsea. I think you should put Chelsea first right now. It's not like I wouldn't say it's not like it's we're mandated to like let him join his team for the Olympics. But I'm glad they were not obliged, so to speak, to release him for the Olympic competition. Anything else to address here? Gusto is under 22, so should be able to go. Enzo over, so not needed also. Badi over, so not needed also. I think he's under 23. That's the language used. Has it been changed? The Olympics, the term uses under 23, not under 22. But those guys, I think they should stay. We need them. We don't have the luxury to let a single player go, irrespective of the age limit or whatever. Of course, a Chelsea show chest. That's serious a translation of the way you speak English in Niger to English. Show chest to a Theory Harry now after getting bullied by Didier Deschamps regarding Kante for all these years. I think I agree. Yeah, but I agree. The good thing is that we're not obliged to release the players for respective national teams for the Olympics game. But if it was like the World Cup qualifier, I think we are. So I'm glad. Yes, coach, I am in the okay. Okay, enjoy, bro. We'll talk to you later whenever you get a chance. Oscar and Borba won an Olympic gold medal in England. Yep. But Marina, let me say, but Marina never cost a sin. But now none of our players are. Okay. Making makes sense. I'm not sure how to come into that. Uh, Okay, RGN Ngale, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Ngale, Maresca is supposed to build the team around Enzo. He must play the preseason. It shouldn't even be a discussion. I thought as much, but I'm glad he's not leaving. It just doesn't make sense. What if Cole Palmer wants to leave too? Had they allowed him to leave? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Even if you think it makes sense, it creates a problem. Chelsea are in the volatile position where they hired an unqualified coach. Wow. So he needs all the, you could say, what's the language I'm looking for? Perceived. Let's use the term perceived, or you can say it depends on you who you ask. You can say, I mean, you can say that. And so he needs all the help he can get. Any player who is deemed crucial to his setup must be at preseason. No sentiment. Yeah. But I'm not sure Supreme Court. As much as I love you, I'm not sure the part where you talked about an unqualified coach is really necessary. But I get your point. You're entitled to your opinion. He's not. That's why I maybe you can say perceived. He's perceived as unqualified by some sections of the fan base, which they have every right to. And the truth remains, you could argue that's the case until he proves himself. I'm just going to leave it at that, even though I don't think that's the case. Madrid is going to torment teams, especially. Yeah, chances are they'd have too many stars, just like a PSG did. It's no guarantee. I get it. People are concerned about that, but nice to see you, Peter Pan. If Chelsea wasn't in such a crossroad of direction, then I'd be open. Yeah, I'd be open to having players go. But we are. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. No, we're not letting any player do. That's hash. Yeah, indeed. I agree. RNG Ngale, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Um, just go away. I don't like you anymore, Supreme Court. The next item, Bobby, Leslie. I think we have the. I don't know if Leslie, okay, is included in France's provisional Olympic squad, which means we're open to letting him go. I think that also tells me that maybe Cesare Casadei, I don't know if Italy are going. Let's hear you, Bobby. What do you think? Can somebody check the list of the countries going, please? Let's see if Cesare Casadei will be going. Even Andrea Santos, whether he'd be going. I'm not too sure who's going, and we should know to be able to know why we're letting Leslie Ugochukwu go because he's the only traditional DM we have. I don't know, Bobby. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I mean, a player like Leslie, who is earmarked for a loan period anyway, can be allowed to go. These,
You
uh,
sure,
uh,
you sure he's earmarked for a loan
well,
move?
if he's going to the Olympics and Badiashile and Gusto are not, it's likely that he is earmarked for a loan period. A lot is dependent on the players that are fit. Hopefully, we have a fully fit squad, and if we have a fully fit squad, it's possible. I'm not saying it's certain, but it's possible he will go on loan. However, if he doesn't, then he is a standard squad player, which would mean that he would probably benefit from that exercise, albeit it keeps him out of pre-season, which
I'm
is
gonna say,
not
Bobby.
that
I'm gonna say
helpful
this.
to
I
him.
think we're actually underrating Ugochukwu, but go ahead.
Yeah, look, I have always been on his side. It's just that he's raw and he's young. He's 19. He doesn't turn 20 till towards the end of the year. So he's very young. To just throw him in like we had done, he stood his own, but there were times he struggled a little bit because of the intensity of the game, as you would expect, and inconsistencies that come with his age. But I'm a fan. I like him. I
But,
said
but
he may be
when you say I like this having this conversation with you because there's something I think that's the case with regards to Ugochukwu's you say Ugochukwu as a Chelsea player. I think the fact that people are aware of his age, I think, has led to them, you can say, judging him. You can say unfairly, uh, because yeah, it's common for young players to not be consistent. But I don't think. I think in his case, I think we don't have enough sample size to judge him. Really, he hasn't played. Um, enough for us to look at it and say he hasn't done well since he joined Chelsea. Because I don't know. Maybe you didn't follow him his time at in
Lille.
France. Yeah,
Mm,
Rennes.
mm,
Yeah, but go ahead with what you were
mm.
saying, bro.
Look, I don't dispute any of that. Will he be a starting DM? Well, a lot depends on the formation, the system of play,
And the manager.
um,
Yeah,
and the manager. Yes, he's been named in the provisional Olympic squad, but that doesn't mean to say he's been chosen for the Olympic
provisional to
squad.
be more specific, right?
Exactly. Unlike people like Gusto and Badiashile, they're more likely than not to actually be chosen if
Mm.
they're named on the squad. Look, I don't know. I think it's down to the coach. Left to me, someone like him, I would let him go. His international commitments will not be as many as people like Gusto, maybe even Badiashile, depending on how he performs. But I would let him go. I know it will annoy maybe some of the others that wanted to go. I don't, it might annoy them, it might not. But
But
the
it's up to us to
experience,
decide who we want to stay and go, but not yeah.
exactly, exactly, the experience would not do him any harm. And though it would cost him his time in pre-season, it will certainly improve upon him as a player with his wealth of experiences.
Hmm.
I don't know. That really is down to the coach, and really is down to, is he going to remain in the squad? If Lavia gives us a fit season, if we keep Gallagher, then we've got Caicedo. It could be a struggle for him, but we've got a lot of games, hopefully, to play if we progress in all the competitions we're in. So he will get his chances. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But as a player, I like him for sure. I was one of those that was advocating for him
Yeah,
to
I know
stay.
that. I know.
So yeah, yet again, wait and see. We're in such a wait and see period of time. Like the announcement for Maresca, I think is getting silly now. Just announce the guy. I mean, what the? It is silly. Chelsea are doing
Um,
things.
I think
Just
there
think,
were. I think I
no
get your
spoiler.
point, Bobby. But here's the thing. I
Give
think
me-
we were expecting them. We were expecting the club to announce them last Friday or even Thursday or the day before. But I think there were still ongoing discussions with regards to the compensation that Leicester would receive for his assistant and everything else. But I think it will be today. But we get to that particular, we get to that topic. I've been waiting to. I have to be honest with you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. I'll come back to
Well,
Bobby in a bit. I know you guys all like to listen to him. Go ahead, Bobby.
France provisional list. Um, Badiashile and Gusto are not there, showing that the club has categorically put its foot down. So they've been
Yeah.
eliminated from the list.
Mhm.
Leslie is there as a midfielder, showing that the club are less likely to stop him from going. And Michael Olise is there. Um, I'm not sure that my. I know Michael will go because he wants some international football, but I'm going to say something that's very controversial.
Mhm.
I
Go ahead.
personally, and I know you like to hear this, but I personally believe that Michael should invest in his time playing for
Playing club
Nigeria
football. Oh,
internationally. I think
yeah.
he
He's
should
in
play for.
Nigeria, right?
I think he will
I don't
benefit
think he
more.
would.
I'm not sure he will. I think he has options for France, Nigeria, Algeria, and although the
England.
England possibility probably
And
has
here's
gone
something
now.
I have to say, unfortunately. I think there's something that's very common with the most Nigerian foreign and national players. They only decide to represent the Super Eagles when they wait for their foreign, or you could say where they live, where the country where they were born, to give them a chance. And if you don't get that chance, that's when they usually decide to play for Nigeria. I remember,
Oh,
what's that former Newcastle guy? Um, I think decided to play for the Super Eagles when he turned 90. He had a
oh, I think
brother
I
too.
know who you
He
mean.
had a
Yeah,
brother that played for Newcastle United too.
yeah. I know who you mean. I've forgotten his name as well. Look, that's normal, isn't it? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
even
mean, it makes sense. But some of them actually do decide to represent the country wholeheartedly. Like I know he will be had he waited, I think he probably get the chance to play for England. Yeah, or
yeah.
get
I
a
mean,
call up at least for once. But go ahead with what you were saying, so we can get back to those in the chat. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, certainly for the other home nations, people like Gareth Bale, Ryan Giggs, they all went straight to play for Wales. I think a couple of Scottish players have done the same thing. And
Mm.
certainly back in the 70s, George Best didn't hesitate to play for Northern Ireland. But I hear you. It's a difficult thing to do. I mean, going to play for a developing nation. I mean, I admire Omari Hutchinson. He hasn't wasted any time playing for Jamaica. Um, Raheem Sterling could have, but he chose to
Chose
play
England.
for England. It's a difficult choice. Going
It's a
to a
good chance, and there's that belief that if you choose to play for a more developed nation, you get more exposure for your
well,
over the duration of your career. The name we were looking for, somebody in the chat help me. If I with Shola Amiobi, he didn't he didn't play for Super Eagles until he turned 90, and some of them refused. Even what's the other one that plays for Aston Villa? He got a call up. Refused until it was too late. I think he tried to see if it would work. It Nobody listened to him, and then they do more know her. It was just like a kid this a gossip. His mom told him not to. He needs to speak with his mom first and all that. But let's just move on to it. People are waiting for us to talk Chelsea here, if you don't mind.
sure.
All right, I'll come back to you in a bit. Hello to you too, Tommy Bryan. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Not saying no, saying unqualified when he has his coaching badges for over 8 years is disrespectful to him. Though I think I agree. The better language will be that not good enough for Chelsea. I think that would have been a better language to use. Walter, nice to see you, my bro. I hope you're doing well. Big up to you, to Walter Moregbe. Supreme Court. No, I know you don't, but yes, Tim, we had to tell you how we feel about what she said. Yep. Forget about the Parma experience. He told them it was going to take long. Then they wanted the results immediately, and it didn't work out. Then boom, he's gone. But I get where you're coming from. But we have to tell you how we feel. We don't have to suck up to whatever you tell us, Supreme Court, even though we love you. Okay. Would be great for Leslie to go get competitive game time. If it's not in Maresca's immediate plan, I think it's as simple as that. So Bobby has won this particular argument since Constantine Dante agrees with you. He needs the game time to continue. If he's going to come stay at Chelsea and just only play every now and then, he's too young for that. So Bobby, you're correct. You won that argument there. Patrick Joyce, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I see when you said you don't have any updates for us. And Archie and Ngale think they are doing media duties, a beat interview and a lot. Enzo Maresca to undergo medical today. The hospital is waiting. Maybe you see what you started. They're running with you saying it's becoming silly right now. So JC is saying the coach has to undergo a medical. It's not silly. There's so many contracts to do and paperwork to all agencies. Through all some agencies or whatever you mean there, etc. It takes a while, but sometimes this is too long, man. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you get why Bobby saying just announce him already. I just watched the the Champions League final 2 days ago. Yeah, Patrick, thank you. Oh, Real Madrid won. Okay, 15 time. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate you telling us that. Anything else to address here? They spent way too much time on the contracts. Yeah, that's where I'm concerned too. In my opinion, I think it's become too much. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say it with my chest. Hey, IB coach, thoughts on Federico Chiesa being available? I think I still categorize him as an injury prone player. And I think he's probably, how old is he right now? How old is Chiesa right now? I want to know. Do you think we should go for him? I'd say no. I think he's injury prone. In my opinion. If I would thank you for reminding me that name. So sorry guys. I'm gonna say hello to those of you that I haven't said hello to, and then I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Good morning to you too. Emmanuel Peter, I hope you're doing well. Walder St. Billy Gumo went straight to Scotland, even though he could have played for England. Same with Scott McTominay. A lot of them actually. Yeah, thank you for me. Shola maybe was the name I was looking for. Yeah, didn't decide to play for the Eagles until he turned 90. Dante, I hire some. Okay. Have a good conversation there, people. Unfortunately, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and then I'll try the best. Abolonho was the other name. Gabriel Abolonho was the other name I was looking for. Thank you so much there for reminding me. Ifeanyi Igwe, yep. When he didn't get the England call up, he wanted to represent the Eagles, but he was a bit too late at that time. And I think the country was also paying attention to who they wanted that refused them and then wanted to play for them when their career was going south. They refused. They couldn't finish ZH transfer in time. It's silly. They need to hire some people to, to speed up the whole thing. I'd say at the time, I think we deliberately let the proposed ZH move to PSG or fall through because we wanted to keep him because we didn't have enough numbers at the time. All right, people,
Federico
I'm going to go to
Chiesa
the
is
very
now
bottom in a beat.
26.
The problem with Abolonho, he played in the so-called golden era with Rooney, Lampard, etc. There were too many, but still, he felt like he'd get a chance to represent the Eagles. Enzo Maresca tactics on how to play from the back is very vital and crucial. It's a bedrock of his philosophy. These players should not take it as a joke. So yeah, it's a complicated approach. So complex approach, so to speak. They need to all be available for preseason. Oyedikachi, nice to see you. Bobby, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, I was just saying Federico Chiesa is 26.
Oh, he's 26. Yeah, yeah, probably, and he's not going to come cheap. So I would say he's injury prone too, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's hardly a time when we talk about him that he's not out injured. Right now, maybe he's available. I haven't paid attention for a while. When Maresca went to Parma, he had 17 new players. That's a lot. Yeah, and had to deal with 14 different languages. I, I, I feel for him really. I recall that issue like it was yesterday. I only followed Maresca because he was from the Milan. He was from the Milan Academy. Noski, nice to see you. Good point right there. Tell Supreme Court there. He's not injury prone, coach. Just that ACL injury has set him back. Well, okay, but I'm gonna say I don't think we need him. He's gonna be way too expensive, in my opinion. Um, let's move on. We have to move on to the next item. We have lined up here. Let's do this. I'm gonna add this guy here. The presentation window. Yeah, it's there right now. Let's do this. Supreme Court is saying, how many players did we bring in? Leave me alone. Chiesa not injury prone. He's always injured. Okay. Okay. But something just hung in my throat right now. That's a good one there. He's not in, he's not injury prone. Yeah, he's always injured, right? I like that. So what what does that tell us? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Bobby, you hear people talk about Chiesa. Do you want us to go for him?
It's a big call. He's a very, very good player. I've always liked him.
He is.
Yeah, he is
Mhm.
injury prone. He is. His time on the pitch needs to be managed considerably. But he's effective. He's a scorer. He's a playmaker.
And
He
he
would.
can do a lot more than just score goals. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I just did a tapping on you, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he would fit into any team. It'll. Wow, the cost is high, and Chelsea right now, thankfully, are not looking to spend, silly money on players this summer. Hence the whole situation with Victor Osimhen, which I'm glad. I'm glad clubs have stepped back away from that deal. That will teach Napoli a bit of a lesson, because I think they deliberately went to overinflate his price, thinking that it's a cash cow. Now it doesn't do much for the player, but they need to temper their greed with being reasonable. So Chiesa, yeah, he might cost a lot. I don't know the situation. Is he on loan still from
No, no,
Fiorentina to
he's at Juve.
Juventus?
I think he's still at Juve, isn't
He's
he?
still
Did
at
he go
Juve,
anywhere?
but it was a
Yeah,
it was a loan deal.
he was out. Was he
Um,
out on loan?
he was on loan.
Okay,
I
probably
don't know if it's
actually.
still. Yeah, I don't know if it's still the case. Fact is, the money will be there. Would it cost that much money? I'm not sure. It's just the
No, he's not gonna come cheap,
complication.
Bobby. He will never come cheap. Just like
Yeah,
what
and
said he's Juventus's golden boy. It's not gonna come cheap.
there's a complicated sort of three-way deal there. So, yeah, I mean, we can do without him, but he's not somebody that you'd scoff at if you had the opportunity to get, because he can make a difference. But we've got Nkunku, and they're both similar types of players.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll come back to the panel in a bit again. And this is Gungbe Chinagaram. I appreciate you joining the show this particular morning. One Chiesa is good, but injury prone. Okay. And Nowitzki Novsky says Maatsen is named in the UEFA team of the season. Here's the thing. Everything comes down to what the manager wants. I think he's a good player. Didn't just fit. It wasn't just the perfect type of player for Mauricio Pochettino, but I think given the way Maresca likes to approach the game, he may well fit in, but it's up to Maresca to decide whether he wants him or not. But I think most likely he's going to leave. We've
Uh,
always known that's a good player there. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I'm glad to comment on Martin. I think the time has come, and believe me, I'm one of those that doesn't like to let go of our players, especially our academy players, easily. But I think the time has come for Martin to go, and he should go also with a sell on and buyback clause, to be of benefit. If Dortmund are talking of negotiation, well, there's a negotiation tool right there. You want to pay less than the buyout clause, then one, it must be no more than let's say 10 to 20% less, and two, you must sign up to a buyout and sell on clause. Look, Martin is a good player, but honestly,
Oh
if
yeah,
we
the
are,
fact that he made it
if
he's named in the UEFA team of the
what
season, that shows a lot.
Well, yes and no. He's there because Dortmund got to the Champions League final. But honestly, you can't use one game to judge a player, but this hasn't been one game. He was on the biggest stage with the biggest players to showcase his ability. And yes, he's young. Yes, he's still developing. But every deficiency that Pochettino pointed out was quite clearly there. Okay, the pass that was given away, you can say, okay, that's a young player's mistake. But there were things happening in that game that exposed things that he can do nothing about. His height deficiency, all those crosses that he couldn't really meet up to. And it's not as if Real Madrid are a particularly big side, it's just they had bigger players that beat him in the air. And this is going to plague his career over and over again. And I just think we need to be real. Now, I'm not trying to undervalue Ian Maatsen. He's a really, really good player to have in a squad. Will he make it at Chelsea? At this point in time, I think he will struggle. And I don't want him to be in a position where these errors that he made, like at the Champions League, final will become what will mar his career. He's in a good place at a good time for a good sale. Let him go
Here's
with
something
those
I'm going to say, Bobby.
clauses.
I understand your point, but I think it'd be safe to say he's just not your type of player in particular because I've known you for like 1,000 years now. I know the sort of player you prefer. But I think if Maresca is going to be using fullbacks in an inverted format, just like in the Champions League final, you see him coming in centrally to help overload the midfield and sometimes in the attacking area. I think he may well be you can say suitable. The manager may well see him as the most suitable, even though we have the most suitable if you had to compare him with Ben Chilwell. I think he has a lot more to his game than Ben Chilwell. If anything, Ben Chilwell is a bit bigger than him, in all honesty. But I understand where you're coming from. Chances are the club is you have decided that's it. We want to sell him to get some money there to balance the books. But I don't know. Go ahead if you haven't dropped.
Yeah, I mean, you could be right. I do think that he has some qualities that are ahead of Ben Chilwell. Yes. The only thing at the moment that Ben Chilwell has is the ability to finish. And even then, last season, he was underperforming in that matrix as well. So, look, as I've said,
He has to be fit.
Marston, well, yeah, I mean, he was also missing, clear chances. But, that aside, Marston is a very, very good player. I like the player, I really do. But I think at this point in time, and with all the pure profit issues and so on and so forth, this might be the time to do this deal. Look, you're right. I don't like seeing a player suffer from deficiencies in their position of
Mhm.
expertise. I hate it. I hate seeing them outmuscled. I hate seeing them outdone. That is the Premier League side of me. I was brought up watching and being in football where physically you had to be able to stand your own, and nothing annoys me more than watching a player getting bullied. Does that happen to Martin? Not really, but pop the ball in the air and he's floundering. Why? Because of something he has absolutely no control over whatsoever. That's not his fault. Now, there are some players who have a way of compensating for that. I remember when we had Chapi Ferreira in the 90s, a diminutive little Spanish right back, very vertically challenged, but you wouldn't notice it. Why? Because Chappie had a way of, if he can't beat you in the air, he will nudge you off balance in such a subtle way that hardly ever would you see a situation where Chappie is exposed in the air. Now, you might say, okay, that's easy to do when you've got someone like Desai behind you. Maybe so, but there were times. I mean, this guy played in the Premier League, remember? So it's rare you have those sort of players that are able to do that. Um, I think his time has come. I think the opportunity for the club has come. And with a wise sale, it can be done. We've done without him for more or less a season. And prior to that, he was always out on loan. And yeah, I'm not singing a chorus to get rid of a Chelsea player, but with the talk of Cagliari being on our transfer list as a left back, to me, it's a no-brainer.
All right, thank you, people. We're moving quick. We are 1 hour and 9 minutes into the show, and we have 54 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible and shoot for 150. I think we can. And if you feel like we can, please go ahead and drop a like on the stream for us. And here, Supreme Court is explaining himself. Don't we have English, French, Spanish, and Russian? Ukrainian, to be more specific, language based factions at this club, minus the fact that the club has heightened expectations, competition, and toxicity. I don't see the difference. Is yeah, these guys have played at least together for one season. If that makes sense. Tell me if that was the case also at Parma. I want to know. But a good conversation right there. Holla to you too, Ty. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We need to rip up of that release clause on Maatsen. I think a lot of Chelsea fans would want Maatsen back. A lot wouldn't. I think he probably will use the poll, but I understand where Bobby is coming from. Leslie being allowed says a lot about that is telling about his importance. But Yeah, because I'm quite sure they're contacting the manager with regard to whether to let any player leave or go, even though he hadn't been announced when we heard that news. It's clear, yeah, they are speaking with him. I'd rather get Olise, not gonna lie. And here's I'm gonna say this: my attitude towards whether our club should sign a player or not. I'm not into why are we signing this player when we have this player. If you bring up the argument, why are we signing player B when player A we have player A who is better, then I say fine. And you have to tell me also we have player A, we have player B, and both are better than player C that we're looking to sign. But if you're telling me, if you're just telling me why are we signing player A, what B, why you have player A, I say, okay, go on. If you don't say anything, then I'll tell you if player B is better, get him. That's why with Chelsea, Madrid had Vinicius Junior and they signed Mbappe. And the chances that next season, if they see another good player, they still get that player. That's what big clubs do. No sentiment, irrespective of who the players we have within our ranks. If they see a better player, bring him in. If it means selling one of our best players, if that incoming player is better than the so-called best player, and the best player doesn't want competition, let him go. That's why we're Chelsea
100.
Football Club.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree with that 100%. It's not, we're not in a club that is looking at a player's emotions in order to pick our squad. No, you need the best and the best that are capable of fitting into the squad. Because sometimes you can have the best and they're a disruption. But if you're the best and you're able to fit into a squad, then definitely we have to go for him. Just wanted to
Yeah,
quickly recap one thing about
yeah. Go
those
ahead, bro. Mhm.
wanting Ian Maatsen. And I hate doing this because it sounds like I'm against Ian Maatsen, and I'm not.
Nope, that's why we're here
But
to have a conversation, Bobby. It doesn't matter even if you're against him coming back.
I can 100% guarantee you, even without seeing or knowing, that if Maatsen was at Chelsea, he would not be picked ahead of Cucurella by Maresca. It ain't happening. So what's the point? Why doesn't he go where he's being valued, where he's appreciated, where he would develop, and where he will he will thrive as a player, and just leave it at that. We have a good buyback clause. Where Chelsea, Ian Maatsen certainly is in no position to be bigger than Chelsea.
Yeah. Yep. We're just having a conversation as fine, and I'm sure you understand. And I like it because you don't take anything personal. So yeah. This says he's had one major injury, that is the rest, and has been the rest has been a little nuts before because Palace are constantly bring him back way too early, given his importance. And here's the thing for Olise, he's still very young and he can overcome those are maybe that, I'm not sure how many recurring injuries. I'm not too concerned about his injury records. Um, I'm not talking to you guys. You guys should slug it out. And Jude is saying if the owners want Masson sold, Maresca cannot stop him. I think he can. If he says, look, we shouldn't spend money because a rumor is that we're looking to sign a left back. If he looks at Matson and tell him, look, we want this guy. I think I prefer this guy. I prefer this guy than the guy we're looking at. Let's get him back. We will get him back because he would everything. Yes, then I get it. It's easy to conclude that the manager, the yes man thing, comes to mind. Given this your comment here, Jude, and I get it. A lot of people are saying he's just there to work with whatever they sign for him. It's absolute horse dunk, in all honesty. And if the club actually, I think they've released a statement to explain that. Now, look, that's not the case. But you know that quite well. I'm just gonna move on. Keep dropping likes on this. Shouldn't be even the likes to go. I'm going to finish what you're saying there. Maresca cannot stop them, else he gets sacked. I know. You just want to bring up that argument, right? I've been wanting to listen even before that injury. Yeah, I think he's a good player. Continue your conversation. Martin is as good as gone. Anyways, I suspect he will reunite with company at Bayern. Oh, I forgot. Bayern want him. I've heard that too. Yeah, I've seen a report that suggests that said something to the effect of Bayern looking to sign him. He may well go there, and we're learning that Chelsea has forced refusal with regards to his buyout clause. So even if I've forgotten something. I need to look into his contract again. So not certain that he stays at Dortmund. Chances are he'd be gone and go to Bayern. And if Bayern wants him, even if we want him back, chances are he'd say no. He wants to go to Bayern. And but just that's just that. Nice to see you again, Brianni. I hope you're doing well. Dynamic likes likes upcoming. 16 likes. 40 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen, people. We can get it there. Then Phil, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Eugene Chinagoram says, he says Martin will go because of pure profit. That's just an assumption. But he's more likely to leave than stay. I agree with that. If Martin wants a good career, he should go to Dortmund. He may well end up at Bayern, given the fact that Vincent Company is the current Bayern coach. Mason is too small for the position. I think Bobby will agree with you. Reese has metal strings, and now if this breaks, then he needs to just retire. I think you're going to hell. I'm not going to even say the H place anymore because you deserve. I should say that because of you. Who's gonna at Muscle Martin if Maresca gonna invert him? Yep, the inverted approach, inverted fullback approach is the reason I'm saying I think he's actually suitable to Maresca's approach than Ben Chilwell. But everything comes down to what the manager wants. More specifically, I don't think he will get many chances at Chelsea. You could that's a chance you're correct. Keep dropping the likes on the show, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I don't think Dortmund will be buying him. They also see some clear problems with Maatsen. What's the problem they've seen? I'm guessing you're going to mention that one mistake in the Champions League final. He's been great for them. You can't just judge him because of a single game. Even at that high-profile mistake in the final, he still made the team of the season. And the coach, the Dortmund coach, I think he said something that I like so much. He said no hard feelings against Maatsen because they had chances. Madrid made the same sort of mistake that they made, and Dortmund didn't capitalize on that. So I don't think it makes sense to judge him because of a single game. But feel much respect to you, and you're entitled to your opinion. By the way, I'm not just brushing aside whatever you have to say there. Company may want to reunite with Maatsen at Bayern if Alphonso Davies continues to stall on the new contract. Alphonso Davies, for me, I think he's off to Madrid, and I think Maatsen will be a perfect replacement for him. They're actually like for like. Yeah, they're actually like for like, and I would go to the extent of arguing Maatsen, in my opinion, has a better passing range than Davis. In my opinion, maybe Davis is a better dribbler. The idea that Asquad is lacking in height is a Pochettino cycle. I don't know. Possibly. Hello to you, to Siaka. Most certainly, Chelsea FC need physical players. Wow, Bobby, a lot of your people in the chat today and that have leadership in the midfield. All right, people, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I just can't get everything you have, but I'll try my best. Maresca invert the right back. Yep, he does that a lot. And the other side, he pushes left back up high. Yep, very correct. When Maatsen excels in doing that, unless he wants to invert the left back, then he would prefer Kukurea. I think one side does it gets inverted, and the other side does what you've explained there. I don't think it's not only on one side, really. It's not only on one side. Yeah, it depends on where the ball is at the time. But I appreciate you saying that kindly. Anything else I'm missing here? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Maatsen making UEFA Champions League team of the season should add more to his release clause. Unfortunately, it is there already. I'm not sure it's dynamic, and I'm sure it's something you can change anytime you want. But yeah, let's see. I think the board actually likes Maatsen just that much. give them a reason to sell because of his height. But I don't think they still this. Let me just leave it at that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen his contracts. I'm not too sure what's on it. If that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. OMG Bobby, I remember when you defended the young academy over buying a better player. What a 360 change. But Bobby explained. He explained in detail why he thinks it's time to let Maatsen go. Bobby doesn't think he's suitable for the Premier League, and all the reasons he explained. And he actually himself did mention that I know, and we all know how he defends Chelsea Academy products, but there's an exception for Maatsen for reasons he explained if you were listening. I guess those players that you were protecting then are your favorites. Not really, but you get it if you're there. Coach, you need to wait for it and trust the process. I do trust the process, and you know that. Dortmund are such a penny pinchers. Yeah, they don't spend too much on players, and that's correct. Trust the process, people. Trust the process. I don't get the inverted right back a tactic. To be honest, only right back we have that could invert is Reese. I don't see Gusto will do that effectively. Gusto actually can play as a right center midfield. Yep, he can actually. Yep, go back, watch the medal ceremony. I was stunned how short he looked. Still a good player. To me, height doesn't really matter in most cases, but I get where you're coming from. All right, people, I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, I cannot get everything. I'll just say hello to those of you. Ibrahim Danjuma Keke Danwana. I hope you're doing well today. They told us. Big up to you, to Jay. Nice to see you, and big up to you. To the okay, I can't. Let me go again. To be good. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. More likes, people. More likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. We have 66 likes, and we're how many minutes into the show? We are 1 hour, 21 minutes into the show. Let's try and get it to 100 likes and shoot for 150 likes as soon as possible. We have 165 people watching, and 90 of those are following the show on YouTube. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We should be at least at 100 likes right now. Let's make it happen, people. We can. Trust the Maresca. I think we should. I think he will do well. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations to us, brother. Hopefully you get there soon yourself. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And yes, people, go and subscribe to Trevoh's YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I think we can. I think we can if we support him. We grow together. We're selfless here. And if you know the command, it doesn't matter whether the channel owner is here. If you know the command, just trigger it. Exclamation mark Trevoh brings up this one here. Exclamation mark Ty brings up his. And GFC, there are plenty of them, and we have to help them grow. Road to 400 subscribers. Let's help Trevoh get that as soon as possible. Here's the link to his YouTube channel. Be sure to go check it out. 20 subs, and it's your birthday. It's your birthday today, and you didn't tell us. We're gonna ban you. But while you are though, congratulations to you. Happy birthday to you. And today you become a year older, and we celebrate with you, brother. You become an OG here, and thank you for all your support. Once again, happy birthday to you. And today you become a year older. Let's celebrate with you. And a happy birthday. Congratulations on your new age. I don't know, but I think you deserve some fireworks too. Once again, congratulations and happy. Yes, Wally Waldo, congratulations to you and happy birthday. Congratulations on your new age and happy birthday to you once again. If you drink, drink responsibly. And I appreciate you. More importantly, I've always told people if it's your birthday, let us know so that we can celebrate to you, with you, so to speak. And I appreciate you telling us. In all honesty, you know I mean that. And it's your birthday. Yep. I tried telling RB Leipzig that all of a sudden release clause increase from 45 to 55 million and will rise again. Let's see. But Chelsea boy, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday, Wally Waldo. Congratulations on your new age and on reaching your new age. We celebrate with you as a member of the community, but more importantly, we recognize that you're a good person, kind-hearted person. And I'll never forget the day you gifted, I think, how many 20 membership to our community members, and we appreciate you. Congratulations to Chelsea Perspective on getting to 20K. Some people can get 20 subscribers, so people can only dream. Heston, Ty, I know fully well if you continue with all the profile videos you're releasing, getting, you can say, hopping also onto trending topics, I think you will get to 60K subscribers in a few months, and I'm quite sure that will be the case. And the difference maker there, in my opinion, is the fact you use videos. You don't just speak and show pictures. You use videos when you analyze players or managers. I think that will go a long way for you. So congratulations in advance. As long as you keep working at the rate you're working right now, releasing videos at the rate at which you're releasing them right now, and the relevance of the videos you're releasing, I think you'll get to 60K in a few months. And remember, I told you that. Although you worry too much, my friend, I have to let you know that. Happy birthday, Wally Waldo. We'll celebrate with you. The community celebrates with you. We'll all love you here. And thank you so much. And one thing I like you said to us a few months ago is that even when you're not in the chat, having a conversation with a community member, you're locking, you're somewhere watching, and we do appreciate that. I don't normally celebrate it, Coach. It's just another day in my eyes, but thanks anyway. But we're happy you told us. So congratulations to you. I think Bobby is just watching out for Maatsen. He wants him to be happy and that he can find elsewhere. Yeah, I think Bobby did say that too. He's not hating on Maatsen, but it's easy for that to come across to some people as such. But he did explain he just wants him. If it's not going to work out for him, I just go elsewhere and be happy. But he also did mention how he wants the club to do something that to ensure that whatever happens, it will be a W for the club and not an L in any measure. Um, Go away. Just go. Just go away, Dante. Happy birthday, Waldo. Happy birthday from our members of the community. We love you so much. We appreciate you. My birthday is in 25 days, so you cannot say I didn't. You have to remind me, Ty. Just shut up. Remind me. I don't have a calendar here. I have a lot going on. In all honesty, I have a lot going on. I don't want to tell the story. If I just don't want to tell the story. Let me just move on because sometimes I fear I'm going to get in trouble with my wife. Happy birthday to you from the community. We all love you and I appreciate you. Yes, everyone, go and subscribe to Chelsea FC Jingles. Let's help him grow. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And I'm going to answer this question. Somebody has asked me before. Why are guys? I'm not going to use the language the person used. We're being selfless here because for me, beyond the fact that at a certain point you start making money from your YouTube channel, the truth remains, to me, the most important goal is to grow the community, grow the fan base. And if we can help others grow their channel, collectively, we can all grow the fan base. In all honesty, I can assure you, to me, I'm not making enough to be doing this consistently. But I just have to, out of love. I know at some point I'll start making enough that I'll say, okay, it's encouraging, if you get me. So for us, we need to help others like CFC, Chelsea FC, Jingles, GFC, Gavin, Ty, all of them, and to be able to help them to get monetized so that they'll be encouraged to do more. And in turn, together we can grow our fan base, if that makes sense. So please go subscribe. Coach, what happened to your coffee mug? I changed it. I use multiple colors, but I got this one, and I'm not gonna say the price I got it for because you're not gonna like me. You're not gonna like me. I don't want to talk about it. So posh drinking coffee through straw. I you. Oh my goodness, it's not 30. Receipt. How much was it again? Where's that receipt? It's I think 23 in total. But I don't have the receipt here. I moved it probably because if I move it, probably I don't want my wife to see it, how much I paid for it because sometimes he uses this desk too. It's saying that Lionel Messi is a shot player and he has become one of the best players in the world. Here's the thing, I think it depends on the position. I get Bobby's point, but height doesn't necessarily mean the player won't be good at defending or won't be good aerially. Let's use Ben Chilwell, for instance. He's not the tallest, but you could argue he's very good aerially. Thai videos are elite. He must not stop. He must not stop. He should keep going. In all honesty, he will get there as soon as possible. But Thai worries too much. And that's something I'm saying because he's a bro and we do have conversation one-on-one. But beyond worrying, he also is still a student and has to still focus on his studios, on his studies, so to speak. But he worries a lot. But I don't blame him. I've been there myself. All I can do is encourage him because he's a bro. Let's see what else we have here. Yes, people, go and check out Ty's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I think he deserves that. We have a total of 170 people watching, 94 on YouTube. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We can get it to 100 as soon as possible. So if you're watching, if you haven't, be sure to go and subscribe to Ty's YouTube channel. And if you want to learn about how a particular player we're about to sign, already signed, apply themselves while on the pitch, Ty will be the guy to guide you through getting to know that player in particular. So go check out his YouTube channel. Whatever happened to Dortmund's Yusufa Mokoko, we were linked with a move with him, right? I don't know. Thought that kid was going to be a star. Maybe Todd can do a swap deal for Maatsen. No, I don't want Mokoko really. There was a controversy with regards to his age. Wasn't that the case? Remind me. Maybe it's just me, but your fireworks sound you're definitely going there. So, people, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, I can't read everything you have in the chat, but I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I'm sorry. Tobias says Roberto Carlos was short. Yeah, but he was one of the best defenders. And yeah, I think, but you get Bobby's point. The club has stopped Enzo. Yeah, we've addressed that. Thank you so much, Noski, for bringing up that. Let's move on to the next item we have lined up. Enzo Maresca has put pen to paper on a long-term 5+1 year contract ahead of being confirmed as Chelsea new head coach. Compensation of roughly £10 million. Announcement tomorrow. This was yesterday, so the announcement is today, and this is by this particular report by David Onston. I think I need to switch my window so you can see what we have here. I'm sorry about that. 70 likes, 30 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen. So this is saying Enzo Maresca has put pen to paper on a new long-term 5+1 contract ahead of being confirmed as Chelsea new head coach. Compensation of roughly £10 million. Announcement today. This particular report was released yesterday, but it means today. So the next item, Bobby, as I'm reading the items you have lined up, if I read anything you want to chip into, please go ahead. And this is also on Enzo Maresca, which says, what's it saying? It says, coach, you forgot about Bobby again. No, I'm here. Go away. You think he can cause a fight between I and Bobby? We have good chemistry. He knows he can come in whenever he wants to come in. So this is saying, let's see what else we have here. This is saying that Enzo Maresca will be announced as Chelsea manager on Monday. Contract confirmed. Deal valid until 2029. Option until 2030. I'm guessing the option until 2030 simply means an option to extend the contract by a further year. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with. Let's see what my bro JC has to say here. The club wants to get it correct this time. They have reserved. They have reserved a psychiatrist, Michelin start barbecue chef and a dentist and a speech therapist for the upcoming medical day. Here's the thing. I wish I had the other window. I think I could just go there quickly. I need to laugh at this, but I don't have the window where I have the laughing effect. But that's, by the way, we move on. Ty, I'm not going to read your conversation with Dante. Osimhen, sign, please. Naruni, let's see what he's saying here. Naruni, Sejati saying sign Osimhen, please. Do I think we'd sign him? If there's still a possibility, I'm not just going to go by the fact that we've been told that Chelsea have plans to sign a striker in the summer, but are currently, listen, if you pay attention to the reports out there, but are currently not negotiating to sign Osimhen. It doesn't say certainly that Chelsea will not sign Osimhen. So chances are we were sponsoring that narrative, maybe, or that such reports to maybe get Napoli to reduce their asking price. And I think Bobby, he did say something to that effect also when he spoke. My bro Tebego is in the house. Tebego, big up to you, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We need just 28 more likes to get it to 100. Let's make it happen. Tebego, where do you want to come in? Right now, we're talking about uh, the potential. You can say the report that Enzo Maresca will be announced today. He's put pen to paper for the contract. Everything is signed. Just the announcement, and we must also not forget the graphics guys, and the video guys will also have to work to, you can say, to make the presentation worthwhile. But let's say, Tobeho, where do you want to come in? I'm sure you've been listening to the show. Wherever you want to come in, you go ahead. You have the floor. Crystal
Hopefully, for the sake of Chelsea fans, I think this must be the right appointment. So I hope he do very well at Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you so much. No question. I think the underdog mentality comes into play, and the fact that a lot of people, you could say, don't don't expect too much from him. I think that reduces the pressure, but the pressure of coaching Chelsea Football Club and the expectation from the fan base will still be there. But let's see what happens anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. People, the likes do go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Rafa Leao, Sheshko, a possibility. It could be Sheshko, it could be Victor Gyökeres. We don't know. I won't rule out. Let's see what else we have here. 100 million again. No such a rather Guresi, Sesko, or Jimenez. I like Santiago Jimenez. He was actually my number one when he was on the list, but we haven't heard anything of late suggesting we're interested in signing him. He's the more complete of all the strikers we've been linked with, and I think Tabejo agrees with me. I like him. But our ex-manager should go from coaching into advising managers how to talk in the media. Maybe Oshiman is too expensive. Even other clubs are backing off. That were initially interested. Yeah. For also some reason, some chances could be. Okay, Ty has a question for you guys. Please respond. He's asking if she should do a video on Cristencio. Summerville, I think he should do Ty, and Ty, don't tease us. Please do it and release it. Release it. Seems like I can trust Maresca because Joe Shields recommended him. Joe Shields seemed to pick ballers, and he's also known Chelsea fan. Really? So I can trust Joe Shields right now. I didn't know he was a Chelsea fan. I have to be honest with you. Chelsea appealed for Reece James' red card. Rejected. Chelsea defense is that Reece James was slightly pushing Pedro away. I think he looked bad. He looked seriously bad, in my opinion. I'm not gonna argue too much about that. Coach, you do not have him on the screen. Who in particular? Tabejo is here. Do you put Tabejo also in the? I would never do that to my bro if you don't know. No, he wasn't speaking at the time. If anything, he's having a connection issue because I can see him. If I made that mistake, I usually see from the next window. So I think he's up there. Let's see. Big up to all of you. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and we'll continue addressing the item we have lined up here. Saying the club are looking to employ a barbecue specialist to keep. Oh my goodness, you're going to that place already. To keep what? to keep the players happy. I'm not gonna do that with you. What is my fellow South African YouTube channel? Yep. Tabeho, can somebody share Tabeho's YouTube channel link in the chat so that Salifa can go check it out. Search for the coolest Charles. Charles, not spelled out. Chels, the coolest Charles podcast. Somebody share it there, please, and I'll add it to the description section in a bit once Bobby starts speaking. Or maybe our ex-managers. Okay, that one. Um, not to do a video, coach. I already have it in my uploaded videos. Good. It's private. I mean, if I should make it, just wait a bit. You can, if once you start hitting up, once you start to be like, here we go, or maybe you know what to do. Ty, you're an expert. No need teaching you anything here. Our previous coach is afraid. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the conversation between you guys right now. Is afraid he might lose his helicopter payments if he accepts the job of. Just leave me alone, please. I have a show to host. Really, if you make it. All right, Tabeho, there you go. Siaka, here's the link to Tabeho's YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe. Let's help him grow. So let's get back to talking football, please. And this says, please, people, go and subscribe to Tabeho's YouTube channel. The link is provided there. Let's help him go to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. 2 people just did it quickly. Enough love there to Tabeho. Wow, for him to share to people. Poch went to South Bay restaurant to learn the secret of. Yeah, I did see that picture and how to solve cappuccino, South Bay style. That he realized is no longer Chelsea manager. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna skip. No more reading anything you guys have there. More likes, people. More likes. How many likes? How many likes do we have? 74 likes. We need 26 more to get it to 100. Let's make it work, people. Just give me 1 second here. All right, let's switch windows so we can continue addressing the items we have lined up. Bobby, let's just quickly, because we still have a lot of time. I want us to talk about the length of the contract. People are complaining, not paying attention to how much he earns yearly. Which means I think even if should we decide to sack him in about a year or two, and I don't think it will get to that. We will not be paying so much a lot of money in terms of his payoff. That's because he's only on 4 point something million pounds. His salary is also incentivized as much as that player is also based on achievements. But go ahead, Bobby, if you have anything to say to that. A lot of people are going, wow, 5+1, that's a lot. Bobby, I don't know if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't subscribe to the level of criticism of anything and everything the ownership does because it looks different. Had this been a team that was less profile, nobody would even pay attention to the length of contract to the coach. Look,
Mm,
it's not common. I have to say that. The last time there was a high profile long contract given to a manager, I think it was something like was it who was it at Newcastle? Alan Pardew. They gave a long, I think 8 years they gave
I'm
him.
sorry. Every time I hear that, I
And
laugh.
yeah, they gave me eight
And then
years
fired
and
him the next season, right?
yeah, it didn't quite work out. So, that doesn't mean to say that's what's going to happen in this case. What it does mean to say is that it's rare, it is a vote of confidence, and it's an indication to the fact that the sporting directors truly believe in him, and he will feel that. Now, is he going to be the guy to take us to the promised land? Only time will tell. We can only see to believe, and this is the thing that I have an issue with a lot of our fan base is that
Mm,
we start the criticism when nothing has gone wrong, thereby not really, if anything, God forbid it doesn't happen, but if anything does go wrong, it becomes like a broken record. Nobody wants to listen. It actually starts to get irritating because we're regurgitating points and it becomes a chest beating, I was right exercise rather than an objective analysis as to what the issue is. Hence, we become moaners rather than people to have a good discussion with. That's my issue with all this. Yes, he's been given 5 years, plus one, which is open for activation. Okay, fine. It looks unusual, but let's see. Let's see what happens. We have some people really hanging their hat on it. Oh, why are they doing this? Oh, they don't know what they're doing. How do you know any of this stuff? You don't. You're just moaning. So, let's wait and see. I'm waiting to see, do I have my reservations or maybe concerns? Of course I do. It's uncharted territory. Will I moan and start screaming and shouting, oh, this is wrong, this is. No, I won't, because I don't know, is the simple answer. I don't know. All I know is that successful things are built on people that go where nobody else has been. I've said time and time again on this platform, brave men go where angels fear to tread. Who dares wins? These guys are billionaires. They've put something together, and they're working on the basis of their experience at being novel, at being different. Let's just wait and see. We can't stop it anyway. There's no amount of whinging, moaning, and complaining that's going to change anything. So we wait, we see, we look, we raise a question, yes, but not definitively, because we won't know if it will work till it works or not. That's just my take on it, Coach. I would struggle to see it any other way, honestly. Even people that keep talking about, listen, you can do what you like, it's fine, but we keep, oh, Enzo's going to play like this. He plays like this. Let's analyze how he plays. And what are you analyzing? You don't know how he plays. Okay, maybe he did that at Leicester. Is he, or maybe he attempted it at Parma. I'll give you that. But is he going to do that at Chelsea? It's not definitive. It's uncertain. So that's my take. We're in quite an interesting period of time right now, because the news is sparse. We know this. This is what happens in the pre-season to the transfer window that opens in just over a week on the 14th of June. And waiting for announcements of the manager and so on. So talking points will come up, and people will maybe even invent them. I don't know, but it is a no man's land sort of place to be. Um, bro- honestly, I don't know. I can't say either or of any of these points, because we have to see him in action. I don't even think seeing him in pre-season is enough. He's got to go, it will give us some idea. But remember, Pochettino played one way in pre-season, and when the season started, he did something entirely different. Now, will this guy do the same? I don't know. It's all left to be seen.
Yeah, but I think
Seriously.
Pochettino's case, I think you could argue to some extent will learn that he doesn't have plan B. I think Enzo, from the onset, he almost always has a plan B, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, and the application actually for the
Can't even hear you, coach.
four two
You've
three one
either
approach is
put me
actually
on
different. Go
mute
ahead,
or
Bobby. Are you there?
I've lost the connection.
Okay, Tabeho, you there? You want to add anything to Bobby? Said it looks like my blue lamp went off to batteries, and I'm gonna try to turn it back on while you speak. Are you there, Tabeho? You have anything else to add?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, can you hear me?
Go ahead while I turn on my blue lamp.
Okay, yeah. To add to what Bobby was saying, all right. I think this is a two-way thing. We have a leverage in terms of if you come to Chelsea and be successful, maybe Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona come knocking. That means they'll pay the release clause or a huge fee, right? And also, if he fails I think on his contract he have a clause whereby if he doesn't uh, do certain expectations, he'll be sacked. So I'm not worried about the length of the contract. At the end of the day, the length of the contract doesn't define him as a coach. Remember Thomas Tuchel, they asked him about why Chelsea gave you, I think it was 12 months or 1.5 years. He said he doesn't care. If he's good, the club will give him the new contract. So at the end of the day, I don't care about the length of the contract. All I want my club is to do well and perform well. Bob, are you still there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've suddenly been reconnected. I don't know what's happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we
It
can
was
hear you. It was
fluctuating.
fluctuating.
All right. I don't
All
know
right. I
how
don't
much of
know how
that
much of that
you got that
you got that
I'm echoing.
I'm echoing.
Go ahead, Bobby. Yeah, he has echo on his end. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that you got about the length of contract, but I've just heard Tobago, and I agree with what he's just said. It doesn't matter. It's not an issue at this point in time. He's earning half the amount of money of Pochettino, so he's getting twice the length of contract. So what? It doesn't really matter. The issue here is his performance. The only thing that does surprise me is that I'm surprised that they have taken on his entire entourage, 6 people. That did surprise me. I didn't think they'll do that, but it is what it is. We have enough to concern ourselves with how he's going to perform than to worry too much about the length of his contract.
Irrespective of whether he's on a 1 million year contract, I think if he underperforms, they will pull the plug with that sentiment. So that's one thing we should know. Um,
Exactly.
Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Chelsea fans that want Xavi or Xavi Alonso. Why not? Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make sense. Why not wanting to give Maresca a chance? Shameless. I think I'd say that too. I recall people making mocking Barcelona on live streams when Xavi was appointed. Yeah, he did well, but I still, even as well as he was doing at the time, I was saying I don't trust him tactically. But honestly, I would take Maresca over him because I trust Maresca tactically. Um, it will take time. This says it will take time for Chelsea Football Club to be one of the best football teams in the world. Nothing comes easy, so that's not a rush. I think they have a good plan in place. Hopefully, it works out. Bobby and Coach, we can hear you both. It's just that you cannot hear each other. Yeah, I think that has been fixed. Thank you so much for that, JC.
Wow,
JC
that
knows
must have
this
been
new system
crazy,
even
Jason.
better than I do. But it's fixed now. Bobby can hear me now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 165 people watching, 85 people on YouTube, and we're still on 77 likes. I think we should be doing way better than that. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Thanks, Chelsea Sessions. Okay, just having a good conversation there. Anything else to address? Otherwise, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom there. Somebody, okay, says Bobby. Enzo has multiple plans that depending on the
CFC
opponent
Dante.
he is playing depending on the opponent he's playing, you might be seeing a different kind of patterns after preseason. Yeah, but Bobby's
I,
case
I
is that
agree.
yeah, and that's a different thing. In Bobby's case is that we didn't even see what we saw during preseason. I think that's your argument there. But go ahead with what you were saying, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily that. It's just that, these guys are they're coming into a very, very demanding league. They're coming into a situation where you can't play just one way. It's madness. You have to mix it up and be able to have a plan B, sometimes C, D even, during the game. So, us saying, "Oh, he's going to play like this," and trying to second guess the manager at this point in time, in particular, it's a pointless exercise because we have no clue what he's going to do. He might come on pre-season and you see him playing Route One. I doubt it, but do you know what I'm saying? So we don't know yet. It's likely he will try and play possession football, which is what we're told about, but possession football isn't always the way. Like I remember very much in the season when Pochettino. One thing that really irritated me was when Pochettino tried to play possession football. It was horrible.
It was
He
never
would
the
that
same from start.
Yeah, it was never effective. It put us under pressure, and it often would cause goals. It was part of the reason um, Desassi did that back pass that led to an own goal against Leicester City that brought them back into the game in the FA Cup quarter final. It was a disaster, and the only thing that really, it made us concede against Arsenal with Sanchez and his poor clearance. Why people think Sanchez is good with the ball at his feet is beyond me. Is a disaster. He's always giving the flipping ball away.
Someone actually,
So,
okay, but go ahead. Anyway,
so, I feel that there were many a time when we were trying that nonsense. Petrovic, in particular, looked up and said, "Well, this ain't working. I'm going to try over the top," and that's when we were effective. In fact, the goal we scored against who was it that we scored 6 or 7? I've forgotten whether it's West Ham or Everton. One of the goals where Jackson beat the defense, took the ball, and I think he squared it for whoever to pop in. Was it Madueke or the other way round? That was route one. So there are times where you're going to have to do that, and there are times where I'm sure Enzo Maresca will do that.
hmm.
Leicester fans are saying, "Oh, he's stubborn. He doesn't." Well, if he's not flexible, he won't have a job for very long because this is the Premier League, and these
And
guys.
here's something else I'm sure you've heard other content creators well respected most, and that's the truth. I think Leicester fans are saying that it would have been his risk to still have him as their manager in the Premier Leagues without making a wholesome change because truly, because they don't really have the players that are, you can say, 100% suitable to the way he likes to approach the game. Because when you come from the Championship to the Premier League, you need to first of all, you can say, not be too fine. What's the language I'm looking for? Re-establish yourself. Even if you were a Premier League club and got relegated and you come back to the top level again, you need to re-establish yourself before you start playing with style. I think you need to be a bit more direct, defend whenever you can, and all that. But go ahead with what you were saying. So they're saying they would have been a risk for had he remained as their coach right now without them making a wholesome change to get more players that are more suitable to his approach. Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry for cutting you off. Apologies.
No, you're very right. You're very right. I just think, yet again, it's wait and see. Yeah, there are adjustments he would have to make because one, he's at a bigger club. Two, he's in the Premier League, and there's so many permutations. If he does come, and I don't believe these guys anyway because people have their own judgments based on their own sentiments for their own clubs. But if he does come and he's too rigid, "Oh, I have to play this way," and you'll be punished. I can't put it any other plain way. The Premier League has no time for that. The Premier League is about reinventors. Antonio Conte came, he saw that. He was playing a certain way, flat back four, it wasn't working, looked at his team, saw the way that would play to benefit them, went to a back three. The rest is history. The problem with Antonio Conte was that after he went to a back three, he couldn't do anything else. So when he was found out the next season, he kept playing the same way over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and he was punished for it.
Even when
Now,
he came back to we come back to the Premier League at Sports, people still knew how he was going to play,
yeah,
and
and
it still
and
didn't
and
really work out for him.
it didn't help him. Now, people like Pep Guardiola can afford to be a little bit rigid, but I think Guardiola has changed a lot. He's become far more physical than he was when he first started. He's put a
He's
DM in
become
Rodri.
pragmatic in his own way. He signed more physical players, yeah, and all that. Go ahead.
Exactly. He's got a DM in Rodri, and all these things has helped him to play his way per se. But the reason he can get away with playing his way is because the quality of players he has all round are way, way, way above average. So I don't see Maresca as somebody being stubborn and too rigid. He has to have different approaches to different situations. There may be a basic way of playing, but he has to have plan B, plan C, and even at times plan D. And if he doesn't, he won't be in this job very long, for sure,
Mhm.
because he's going to get his ass kicked everywhere.
Yeah, and here's something I want to say with regards to what you just explained. I think the basics will always be to keep the ball, dominate the opposition. The overall application, I think he can always mix it up. The fact that he that we've learned that he either deploys a 4-3-3 structure or a 4-2-3-1 structure with differing application, and once the game starts, the shape changes. I think just as I've explained, the basics will almost always be to dominate and keep the ball. You can say stab the opposition of the ball, but the application overall will almost differ depending on the opposition, in my opinion. I think it's good tactically, given my research so far. But as I said a few days ago, I'm leaving the aura gang. The when he comes in and says one thing, people will go on X, aura this, aura that, saying A, B, C, D. I'm leaving that gang. I'm joining the seeing is believing gang, and I'm serious about that.
Oh,
Um,
me too. I'm
yeah,
in the scene is believing gang front
yeah,
row because
yeah.
I don't know this guy. I'm supporting my club as I always do, and this is what happens when some fans either misunderstand or misquote me. I can't say I'm an Enzo Maresco fan. I don't know. The club has chosen him, and that's enough for me. I can't change it anyway. But for me to give any sort of conclusive analysis of a man that we have not seen to believe is crazy. I just have to wait and see, honestly. And I'm with you on that one for sure.
Yeah, and I think we've all agreed. If you're in the chat, whether you're listening, we're not saying we're just saying we just again, irrespective of how he decides to approach the game, the basics will still be there: possession and domination. But I don't think he'd be able to achieve it against anybody we play. But we'll find out. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Kind of shows how they give Poch to Ye because probably they've always known he's not the guy. I think they just hired Poch because they learned of his reputation with regards to nurturing young players, and they thought maybe we just keep him for a while. He helps us nurture the young players, and then we switch. I don't think they hired him with the mindset that he was going to be the guy long term. It's like they knew, Poch wouldn't collaborate and do funky stuff. Now, Maresca 5 years seems like they are expecting full collaboration from him. Yeah, I think collaboration is a better language rather than yes, man. But thank you for saying that. Tie out. I have my revenge set up, and perhaps I'll even make it worse if you think that's worse. Bobby is right. That's Ty saying that. Hence, why when I made my tactical analysis video on Enzo Maresca, I haven't said he will play this way, but rather how he has set up his teams in the past. But it's important to recognize the basics will always be there. Domination, start the
Absolutely. That
opposition
was
of
a
the
good
ball.
video, by the way.
Yeah, Ty he knows that. He knows that, and he's growing quickly. And well deserved. Go ahead. Were you going to say anything more about Ty?
No, no, I said that he's come up with some good videos. One for Maresca and the one on Tosin is interesting
Even
watch
deserve
as
it
well.
too.
Yeah, the Deserby one I didn't get round to it, especially when we found out that he wasn't coming. I lost interest
And I think that one will move once any club decides to hire him. People will be searching, because they're
for
looking for
that.
more
Yeah.
knowledge about him, and then that one will move too. And
Mm.
I think Ty, he did good not to have deleted that one in particular. Ty, go away, just go, leave me alone. There, I'm not discriminating anything. Oh my goodness, look at them, they're conniving. Okay, you can stick on. Really? Okay. I'm never one. I'm quite sure you know I'm not. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 83 likes. We need just 17 more likes. 17 more likes to get it to 100 likes. Let's make it happen. The aim is to get it to 150 likes. 180 people watching. 89 on YouTube, nearly 50-50. 50 on YouTube, 50 on X. And if you're following the show on X, here's a secret for you. We do give away. We haven't done for the month of April, and we haven't done for the one I promised after the birth of my daughter. We'll still do it, believe me. I don't promise and not do it. It's just that I do everything alone and usually unprepared for things I promise because, that's why we're trying to add more people to our team. And I hope to add a Barry to the team. He's a bro I met on X, but I see I can trust him. We've discussed beyond X DMs and phone calls. I know I can trust him. I want to also bring on Oando as a graphic designer. We're getting there gradually. I think we will grow the team, so make everything easier. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes that do go along with Coach still doing tappings. It's my thing. It's my thing. You should know it's my thing, but just go away. But when it's Roger or someone else, it will be called interjection, right? But when it's coach, it's tapping. Just go away. Ngali is saying that the reason we are getting Maresca is to play the possession of football. So whatever someone here opinion is on whatever is boring or not, it's what we are planning to play. I think, it's Sarri ball all over again, and Chelsea fans better get used to it. They better get used to it. It's a manager's approach. All you want is result. As long as it's delivering, I don't think we have any right to complain. It's a result-driven business. We just want him to win. Tobago's trademark, no ID is to be honest. If it doesn't say to be honest, you better check whether that's Tobago speaking or not. Pochettino wasn't the first choice, not the long time. He was never that. And he realized that was the case. Maybe he learned along the line that we just hired him to help nurture the young players, and that's it. That will probably get rid of him as long as we see any manager that would prefer over him available on the market. Don't use educate him, please. If you do that, it would. I didn't even see the message here in the back end. And Siaka is saying, honestly, I don't know the current coach really. I give him the opportunity he needs. We'll have no option than to support him. And I've told people that, and that's simply the case. People talk about the owners wanting yes man. That's a side argument. I would say that no coach has any transfer power at big clubs, but at least you have a say. But you don't have the final say. Like if you say you want player B and the club check and player B costs a lot more than they can afford, they're not going to break the bank to get him for you. I don't think the coach asked for a 220 million name at PSG. I don't think either. I think he helped them with their brand, and I think the manager at the time agreed. The only employee left from the Roman times was the Baba, and now he's gone. No, that's the goalkeeper. What's the former Chelsea player that's a goalkeeper now? He's still there. They didn't fire him. Gavin is in the building. Nice to see you, Gavin. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Please, if you're in the chat, just do !GFC so we can get people to go check out this YouTube channel. So unfortunately, people, I'm going to skip a lot of what we have in the chat here to get to the very bottom. Coach, the minerals are going crazy over fire of the Baba. Are you serious? Is this serious? I thought you were joking. I'm quite sure you're joking, really. I'm quite sure you're joking. Tell me you're joking. Really? Okay. But that's by the way, Poch is never made for us. And when you look at his 2-year contract agreement, you'd realize he was just meant to test the microphone. Wow. Della, that's a good one. Chelsea didn't actually give a 2-year contract in the past. Wow. That's that's a serious one. So our ex realizes he's just a side chick. Probably. I mean, that's a good way to put it. But that's my. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and then I'll try to get subsequent contributions in the chat. I appreciate you all. As much as I like to interact with you, if I keep reading without paying attention to what we have lined up, we still have extra 2 items that AD sent me that I haven't opened. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 175 likes, 80 of those on YouTube, and the rest on X. I appreciate you all. If you're following the show on X, be sure to follow us on X and like the video there. And if you don't mind coming over to YouTube and subscribing to the channel, and more importantly, be sure to turn on the notification button. That way, whenever we go live, you'd be notified and you wouldn't miss it. And also, you get a chance to win at least $50 every month if you're a student. Let's see, it's Willie Caballero. He's still there. I don't think he's leaving. Is he gone? No, he left. Who was that? That was a name mentioned. That will be part of Maresca's team, and he's an OG. I don't know, but I think we'll get to that.
Willie Caballero, coach.
So he's still there, right?
No, he was working with Enzo Maresca at Leeds United, so it's coming with him.
No. Caballero joined us from Man City, right? That's the one. There's another goalkeeper. I think there's an OG mentioned that will be part of Enzo Maresca's team. He's an OG at the club. Am I mixing things up here? And I know Caballero. I'm not sure.
I think you're mixing things up. Remember, we've got Willie Caballero from Manchester City, right? He was. Yes.
And he's coming back with Maresca. Right?
Correct.
Just give me 1 second. Do I have a frozen screen here? This says Enzo Maresca will bring 6 staff. Caballero, who works with him currently, Daniel Walker, Michel de Bernardin, Marcus Alvarez, Javier Molina. Okay. Caballero and Robert Vitiello. They will be integrated with Chelsea specialists such as Ben Hilario. Who is this Hilario? Wasn't he a former Chelsea goalkeeper?
Yes, he was a former Chelsea goalkeeper, and he's becoming. He was a Chelsea goalkeeping coach.
Yeah, that's the name I'm
just
looking for. So
listening
he
to
stays.
Kave as explaining why it's delaying for him to sign his contract. I think all his backroom staff are signing. He's on holiday outside London at the moment. He might be flying in today to do it, but that is what the delay is. Sorry, what were you saying about Hilario? Oh, this is his backroom staff.
I was looking for. Caballero was the name. Hilario, so to speak, was the name I was looking for. So he's an OG, and he stays. He will be integrated into Maresca's team. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh, okay. So Chelsea are keeping some of their own people? Is that what you're saying?
2 people. They're mentioning Ben Roberts, Hilario, and Bernardo Cueva. But I know Caballero has been there. The other names I don't. Hilario, he's been there. I don't remember the other names mentioned. I know Hilario has been there for a while. I think his first name is Henrik, right? Or something. Henrik Hilario, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, for me, seeing Chelsea people is important. However, are these the right Chelsea people? 2 goalkeepers? I'm not so sure. Hilario was always part of our goalkeepers and then part of the backroom staff. Anyway, it's better than them not being there. They understand the culture of the club.
Yeah. I think it's a good plan, really, in my opinion. But let's see what else we have here so that we can switch topics as soon as possible. Where do I stop?
Yeah, in terms of Bernardo Cueva, remember, is the new set piece coach, right? And Ben Roberts. Yes. Ben Roberts came with Graham Potter, but after Graham Potter leaving, Chelsea gave him a role to be, I think, goalkeepers, a big role for all clubs, like all umbrella clubs. If, let's say, for example, they're going to buy teams from Brazil and stuff, he will maintain everything. So I think that's what he's saying. He's saying Hilario, I don't know what, but overall, Bernardo Cueva is a new set piece coach.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Just it's Willie Caballero. He's coming back with him. It's mentioned there, isn't it? Yeah, but Hilario was the name. Enrique, I think he said first name is Enrique. That was the name I was looking for. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Yeah, that's Willie. Unless you prefer Kepa to be man. No, that's not the case. It's Hilario. Thank you so much, Peter Pan. I didn't even look. That would have helped me. I'm quite sure you put it when I was looking for it. Breaking news: a protest is being organized for Baba, the last Roman signing at Stamford Bridge tomorrow. People are too what? People are to bring scissors for what? Coach Caballero is part of the Enzo team. Yeah, that wasn't the name I was looking for, and he's the stuntman duplicated for the head coach, just in case Anthony Taylor decides to give a red card to someone on the bench. Wow. What else do we have? Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go. And what do you think of Joshua Zaki? Nothing. Honestly, I don't know him too well to speak about him. I don't know him actually. I don't like to pretend I know what I don't know. Keep dropping the names. Cudicini, Carlo Cudicini is still at the club. Who left? One of them left recently. One of the old goalkeepers that were part of the coaching staff left recently.
Yeah, Kurichin, I think, is part of the loan staff. So, but I think he left. Remember, we hired a new guy who's Sam Joel, right? I'm not sure Sam Joel or what, but we had someone from Swansea who's going to take over from Carlo Cucitini as a loan manager. So Carlo Cucitini was a loan manager.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that information. I appreciate you, Tabejo. 88 likes, 12 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen, people. Just go away. You tapping much on coach. It says Cudicini. Cudicini is gone. I was actually, but John Shoulders. I was looking for Hilario. Yeah. That was the name I was looking for. Yes, Hilario is a goalkeeper coach, and Caballero is the stuntman. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, go away, man, and leave me alone. What does it say here? Get rid of the coaching staff. What's wrong with these players, really? But let's see what they do. No, it's all love, bro. You know that. I'm sure you know that. I'm quite sure you're joking too. Yes, Hilario and Ben Roberts were there. Whoever is the new set piece guy. Yeah, why didn't I remember his name really? Yes, there will be a former Chelsea goalkeeper in the coaching staff, and I think some measure of continuity there, I think, goes a long way, in my opinion. Hilario, hilarious, embarrassing, hilarious, still at the club. I think he's a consummate professional, in my opinion, and he's staying. I think who was another player that stayed that long? Former Portuguese international. He stayed that long, and at one point, I thought maybe he was gonna end up becoming our manager someday. What's his name again? I can't quite remember. Chelsea winning the league next season, I strongly believe we can. Okay, I remember you said that. I'm not going to join you in saying that, but nothing is impossible. As long as we're part of it, we have a chance to win it. Caballero is actually assistant manager at this time, second or third in charge. Not sure, but not anything to do with keepers. Yeah. His assistant manager, we've been told. So why did Ben Roberts allow the signing of Robert Sanchez to a 7-year contract? I don't know. I honestly do not know.
I know why. I know why, coach.
Go ahead.
This is simple. Remember, Robert is from Brighton, right? So Ben Roberts is from Brighton, right? So clearly, is the one who insisted that the club should buy Robert Sanchez. So at the moment, it's not working out, and then we are paying for it.
I didn't know that, really. I have to tell you, I'm not going to pretend I knew. Let's see what's happening from Kepa being managed in the FA Cup final against City under Sarri to Willie becoming a coach with the former City personnel. Chelsea Football Club, gentlewoman, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, thank you for that. That makes perfect sense, right? We can get rid Kuchila and his coaching coaching staff too. You're hating. You're just hating, right? You're just seriously hating right now. Big up to you, AB. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And Mr. T is in the house, and he says, Is it the same Caballero that Kepa? Yeah, is this it's that's same Caballero? Yep, I've seen his picture too to confirm that's the case. So let's move on to the presentation window and continue with things we're talking about. We've talked about this, and I think I need to switch it to a different window to make it more visible, if you don't mind, guys. Let's go with this so that yep, nothing is covering anybody's face there. We go to this one here. Give me a second. It just went blank. This is saying that Chelsea are looking at stepping up a very interesting listen next week. One to watch. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. I think we're serious about getting him, and I'm all for us getting him. I know Bobby have spoken about him, but Trevoh, you haven't. What do you think? I think we should get him if it's better than what we have. Let's get him. I'm glad that the coach has a say of which players that comes in out of Chelsea Football Club. That has always been the case, in my opinion. But let's say, Trevoh, you have anything to add to that? The possibility of us signing Michael Olise. Okay, Trevoh, you're not connected. You are not. Your connection is poor. It's not working. Yes, Mr. T. Let's see, Willie Caballero. When are they announcing Ball the Enzo? Somebody called him Walmart Pep. I think they will do that today. Yeah. Let's see. Javier Caballero is the goalkeeper on the crew. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Maresca Day, yep, Maresca. I'm not sure what's the correct pronunciation there. Right now, keep dropping the likes to check out my Michael Olise analysis video. You can share the link there. You don't just have to talk about it. Trevoh looks like he has a poor connection, but Trevoh, if you're there and you want to talk, feel free to start speaking. So I'm going to speak. We talk about Olise, and then the next item we have lined up here talks about Chelsea's interest in Crescencio Summerville. Chelsea and Liverpool are still keeping close eyes to Crescencio Summerville situation at Leeds United. Both clubs have been monitoring him this season and showing interest in the recent weeks. Nothing advanced yet, but talks to Dutch winger are expected to begin soon. I think he will end up joining us, in my opinion. Because we've proven, in my opinion, to attract players than Liverpool. Trevoh, your connection is still kind of not working. I'm not sure why that is the case, but I see mine working. I see that my connection is working. Let's see anything else. In the chat there, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Walmart Pep. Yep, I've seen people call him that, Shanks, and I'm serious. No jokes. Hilario has been working at Chelsea for over 6 years now. And what's his first name again? Is it Enrique Hilario, something like that? Or I think so. Yeah, people call him that. Yeah, a cheap Pep Guardiola. I think my co-hosts here, I think they're struggling with their connection. We need 11 more likes to get it to we need 11 more likes to get it to 100 likes. So let's make it happen. Trevoh, if you're there, if you want to speak about the possibility of us signing Summerville and also Olise, you go ahead. You have the floor if your connection is working now.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I can hear you, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what is happening because it seems like the system is kicking me out and I'm not pressing anything. So
Yeah,
overall,
strength of your connection.
yeah, I think so. But in terms of Olise, right? I was about to talk about Olise. Olise is one of my favorite players, and then also is a dead ball specialist. That means in terms of set pieces, is going to be a perfect player for us. And he's so skillful, can create goals. He score beautiful goals. So I wouldn't mind him at Chelsea. I want him at Chelsea. Also in terms of Somerville, he's still 22, and if you watch him, he's like the young Sterling of Liverpool, right? During his breakthrough season. So Somerville is a fine winger also. But at the same time, I think we should buy Somerville if only we're going to sell either Mikel Mudrik or Raheem Sterling. So I don't think we're going to offload those players. But since the transfer windows open, Never say never. Anything is possible.
Do you really think we're gonna sell Mudrik? I don't see that happening.
No, I don't think we're going to sell Micha, and I don't want Micha to go. That's why, like the report always talking about Sterling is likely to be put on the transfer list. But at the end of the day, will he leave? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Bobby, if you're there, what do you make of us being linked with the move for Somerville? I think he's excellent. He's explosive. He's a fine dribbler. He also, I think one thing that's going to be an issue. I don't think in the Premier League he will get a lot of opportunity in terms of the sort of goals he likes to score, cut back in, and then coil it to the far end. He scores a lot of such goals. But I don't know, Bobby. If you're there, it looks like your connection isn't working, but maybe we could still hear you if you want to talk about us being linked with the move for Somerville. And if you're in the chat, let's hear your opinion. Do you think really we should sign him? But Bobby, why? Go ahead if you're able to speak right now. All right, it looks like Bobby is struggling with his connection. And this is saying, let's see what else we have here. Okay, people having a good conversation. Let's move on to the next item. If you're in the chat, if you want to talk about us being linked with the move for Olise and Summerville, talk about it. I don't know Top Skills Sports at the UK. I haven't heard anything about them. I knew nothing about them until of
No,
late.
no, 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 coach. No, no, that guy
Don't
is
trust them, right?
one of the. Yes, I don't trust him. It just doing guesswork. If you follow the Moses Caicedo news that he shared until we signed him, you
Even attaching merchant will work. You could say maybe. I think you're the better off saying he's full of it, right? Okay. Bobby, if you're there and you want to speak, you have the opportunity right now. I think even though your connection is looking like it's not that strong, we were able to still hear Trevoh when he spoke because his is the same thing too. If you're in the chat, what do you think? If okay, let's say if we sign Olise and some of you, or what are the players you think will make way for to accommodate them both, if any? I want to hear you. Mudrik is better than Somerville. I think I agree with you anyway. Also, higher ceiling in my opinion. Somerville plays with ball away from his feet. Will be defended easily at the top level. Yeah, the sort of goals he score. For me, I think it would be he will find it difficult to score. Such goals consistently in the Premier League, but that's my opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Something isn't quite right. I'm not sure if it is my connection here. So if you're on the chat, let's hear your opinion on those two players that we've been linked with the move with. For Somerville and Olise, and 19 likes, 10 more to get it to 100 likes. Let's make it happen, people. Just give me 1 second here. Let me open the two last items that AD Love of a Blue shared with us. Let's hear what he has to say. Let's read this one. Kepa is returning as a UEFA Champions League winner, and I think somebody said we're gonna make money. We will make money when he from because he won the Champions League. Yeah, Coach, I don't understand the Olisa signing. If he's better, I think he's better than Madrike, but we can actually have them both. Hesitant. I'm all for a club signing players out there that they think are better than players we have currently, but both can actually play together. We have Omari Hutchinson, Madrike, and Sterling. We have too many right wingers. I think Omari Hutchinson is a good player and could become great in the future. But right now, if I had to choose, if I have to choose either him or Olisa, I choose him. I choose Olisa over him, and that's just me anyway. 8 8 million of Kepa winning. Yeah, that's a lot of money. My goodness, what a business there. Let's see. I've voted on your voting poll. It always wins. John Han. Thank you, John Han. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're doing well. And your brother JC, he's been part of the conversation, probably gone back to work. He was at a meeting actually. He told us, "I've just pressed thank you," and that's your ID whenever you come around. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with. Let me open the items we have lined up here that AD shared with us, and we'll be rounding up in a few minutes. We're not going to waste too much time. Just give me 1 second here. One about two more items we'll have to address. And if you have any questions, people, drop it in the chat, and we'll do the best we can to address it. And Trevoh, I don't know anything else you want to talk about while I open these items we have lined up here. 90 likes, people. Just 10 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen. And Bobby, if you're back, I did ask you a question. I don't know if you were listening, but it looks like your connection is fluctuating. It's not stable at all. And that has led to you not hearing the questions we asked you, or the question I asked you at the time. Of course, coach wins every voting poll because I rig it, right? It's not really democracy, right? Is that what you're saying? I love Summerville, but prefer to go after more experienced player in that role. Also, cannot not play on left wing. I think he can. I think he can, and if he plays on the left, he put in more crosses than he does when he plays on the right. Wait a minute, Kepa can. Let me see. Kepa can sing to Arsenal fans, champions of Europe, not once but twice. And think about it. Yeah, that's a serious banter line right there. And the best part is coming from Kepa. Yeah, I agree. I really do like that one. Really. This is saying I'd take Somerville and Omari over Madueke and Mudryk. Really? I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I wouldn't do the same. I've told you my preference, and I'm serious about that. 7 more likes, people. Let's make it happen. 7 more likes to 100 likes, and we have just a few minutes to round off after addressing the items we have lined up here. We'll call it a day. And John is reminding you guys, keep liking the video, guys. And if you want to become a member, the link to becoming a member is pinned at the very top. Please like and share and hit the sub button and and also become a member if you want. Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that, John. Let's see. All our front players can play on either side. Yeah, I think that's a good argument right there. Let me see. Do I have all the things? This guy here, Eddie shared this. Eddie, one more item I'm looking for that he shared with us. Franklin Mwamba. I haven't seen Mwamba. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join us this particular morning. We've seen that Graham Potter. Let me just open the most important thing that I believe he shared with me. Okay, this one here. I like this one here. In case we don't have any more time, Bobby, you want to come in? I'm quite sure you've been listening, but your connection was poor. I don't know if it's working right now.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I couldn't even hear you either. I don't know. This new um, system is far worse than the old one that I could just easily connect on my
It
phone.
consumes a lot of internet. It consumes a lot of speed. Yeah, it needs to be 100% before it works properly. But just 1 second, Bobby. I honestly think it will be hard to offload Starling. Yeah, but if we could, that should be one of our priorities. So Lisa is way too expensive. So Somerville or Jaden Philogene. I don't know that name, but Bobby, go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, I would really like to see Elise. If Somerville is as good as they say he is, and he's an alternative because I can't see them getting both, then so be it. Elise has a drawback, and that's his fitness, and that's not something we need. But if we can get him, great, happy days. Honestly, if not, Somerville, okay. But I do think we do need a player like that, especially if they're finishers and good at free kicks, just as I hear Somerville and I know Olise is. I wish
Mm,
we could see the back of Sterling. Jan was trying to say, "Oh, I think Sterling will do well in this new system of playing and all that." No, he won't. When he was with Man City, Jan, sorry, mate, as much as I like you, you know he won't. When he was with
mhm,
Man City, as much as people hyped him, he was overhyped. He was still missing glorious chances. You give Sterling 10 chances, he will take 2 of them. He's not getting any better. He's now matured. He's old. Well, not old, but I think he's going to be 29 if he's not 29 already. If at that point, for a footballer, you haven't perfected your craft, you're not going to. Um, so, it was a terrible mistake paying him so much money, but he might want to go somewhere where he can play because really, I don't think it's wise to have him. He did well towards the end of the season, but that's Sterling. He's like a young player, inconsistent. And when you drop him, he'll come in and drop a blinder and deceive you into thinking he's changed. He hasn't.
Don't you think that chances are that Enzo Maresca would want to work with him, given that you could say he's well acquainted to how he likes to approach the game?
I think there is a big chance. I think he will hoodwink him into putting him in the team because of his experience and because he's been at City and Enzo may have seen him at City and may feel comfortable with him taking his instructions on the pitch. This is the thing. I think this is what he did to Pochettino. Because of his maturity, he was able to receive instruction. But, this is the problem. Sterling starts the
Yeah.
season well. He often starts the season well. But when the legs are getting a bit tired, a few bruises, you're taken into games, as the season goes on, where players have to be able to dig deep and work on their muscle memory and basically incumbent skill, I call it. He fails. He does silly things like he did against Leicester in that semi-final, which fortunately was against Maresca, and which I hope he will take note of. Now, one game doesn't judge a player, but I'm not convinced by Sterling. Never was. Wasn't convinced when we were getting him, but accepted him because he's a Chelsea player, and would love to see us offload him because I think he's not. He's just blocking the path of other players.
Yeah. Here's something that I said about Sterling a few months ago. I believe he's that player. If he's still here, once we become more rehearsed, once we don't expect too much of him, given that he's the most one of the most experienced players, the most experienced right now, I think so. Or the top earner, because we expect him to lead. The more rehearsed will become, the lesser you can say the burden of leadership falls on him, the more he'll be able to perform and just be Stalin and not be the one you can say not feel like he's the one that we're looking up to help us win games and all that.
I agree.
I
I
think he
agree
was
with you.
able to do well at City because City they were more again a unit,
Yeah, I
and
agree with you. But the
that
the problem with
that
that,
you could
yes,
say the fact that they were units, they were properly rehearsed. That you can say masked his deficiencies that we were able to see at Chelsea, where he tried. You can say he's been trying to lead by example, and also you can say making the you look at it, you would want to throw up, in my opinion. For a second, McKenna. Anyway,
I I
what else do
agree.
we have lined up here? Just give me 1 second here. My system is messing up for some reason. Go ahead, Bobby.
I was saying I agree. In a
Go
functional.
ahead, Bobby. Were you saying something?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I can.
in
Yeah,
a functional team, he will be able to produce some goods sometimes. But the problem is that he's a handicapped player and he blocks better players from either being purchased by the club or coming through the ranks. That's why I don't want him. He's an old player that is inhibiting other players rather than enhancing other players. It's a bad buy. It's as simple as that. It's going to be hard to offload. He knows how to hoodwink, new managers into having faith with him up until about the middle of the season. Then they realize that he's really not worth it. Um, But we shall see. But for me, if there's an opportunity to sell, sell.
I think I agree with you, Tobeho. If you're still there, I don't know if you have anything to add to that particular report. And this report talks about exclusive Aston Villa. Aston Villa have reached a verbal agreement with Luton Town to sign Ross Barkley. Understand fee will be around £5 million, subject to medical and player signature via Fabrizio Romano. Good luck to Ross Barkley, who will be playing in Europe's elite competition. I think he's a good player. It just didn't work out for him at Chelsea, but I want to move on from that. Except if anybody on the panel wanna say something about that, he's a good player, but he was just not
Councillor,
unlucky at Chelsea, to my opinion.
He's a good squad player.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
Now, saying he's a good squad player. He's good to have in a squad.
Yeah, he
I've
is.
always liked him for the squad.
Yeah, thank you so much. Chelsea, PSG, Real Madrid, and Liverpool are all in competition for the signature of Lenny Euro, and he's just 18. I remember, and has he turned 19 already? It depends on how much is on the market for. I don't think we need him. And the funny thing that every time, what makes me laugh every time I see his name is the fact that the report we addressed at the time, we read at the time, or we talked about at the time, analyzed at the time, said specifically that we're signing an 18-year-old Lenny Euro to replace Thiago Silva. I couldn't stop laughing. I think that's crazy, really. Even I'm not sure who. I don't believe that's the case. Even if you want him, yeah, I mean, super slow mo. So something is happening to my system. I'm not sure. Until we switch, I think we'll be perfect once we get what's it called? Once we get the fiber level internet connection, I think that will change anything. I really like the system, but it consumes a lot. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Yenny Euro, as long as I've heard that is the next big thing. If it's going to cost a lot, I think we shouldn't go for him, and that's my opinion. Let's see. Congrats. Thank you so much, Bailey. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. What else do we have here? 60 million. Not that expensive for Olise. It's not. He's an excellent player, but for Euro, I'm not sure how much they're asking for. I think 60 million is Olise's release clause, increased from around 35 million that we triggered at the time. But once Crystal Palace threatened to reporters, we pulled out of it. JC was here. John, probably at work. Yes, coach, you got it. Enrique is the first name for. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hilario, he was a hilarious goalkeeper overall. Oh, good one. Good one there. John D says Summerville plays on the other side of the wing, I believe, but can play on either side, I've heard. Yeah, he's in a meeting. Yep, head in a meeting actually. Nuski says Starling's wage are too high. Only Saudi can come to the rescue. I think I agree. But Starling is home, and some generational money, he wouldn't be going anywhere except if he gets something, let's say 3 times as much as even twice as much as what he's earning right now. It's all business for all parties involved. I need a new like button. I smashed my last one too. Just go away. I'm not talking to you again. Let's see. Anything else to address here? Hand is my last name, and 69 is my favorite number. I cannot say much about 69. It's so John. Okay, thank you. I get it. Let's see. We might just have to go. We might just have got the coach to unleash the dragon in Misha. There's a good player in him. Yep, and he's into 1-2s. Quick 1-2s, quick interplaces into that. If you can read him very well, I think you see how good he can be. I cannot wait for Chelsea to play Shakhtar or to pay Shakhtar all those add-ons. Yeah, if we start paying them the add-ons on his contract, it's a good thing. Nothing bad in that. Shanks says Alvaro Valles is a centre back and a goalie. He's phenomenal on his feet. With his ball distribution, makes a Sanchez seem like a scam purchase. Yeah, Sanchez wasn't everything we thought he'd be, but we weren't paying attention. The fact that Deserve dropped him should have been, you can say, a warning sign for us. John, I've always called you John, but nice to see you, John. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom so we can address all the items we have. Instead, I'm going to say hello to Ike Icy. Nice to see you, big up, brother. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Apologies. I appreciate all of you, the contributions you have in the chat, but I cannot get them all. Dreadlocks is in the plan of the model. Just go away. Okay. Um, we've addressed this. I think the connection has improved. Let's see what else you have here. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat and we'll try to address it. Bobby, I know you want to talk about this one. And it reads, Romelu Lukaku will return to Chelsea and the new start is not excluded. I think this is absolute horse dog. Let's hear you, Bobby, if you want to talk about it.
You know, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. I mean, why do we keep going back? It's like that. It's like somebody keep going back to your abuser. You know, love me, love me, love me. They're never gonna love you. Why keep trying? You know, this guy's done. His time at Chelsea's over, finished. Move on. Why are we still hoping because he's still on the wage bill for anything to be any different? If he comes into that dressing room, he's toxic. If he doesn't get his way, or he's benched, or something does, he will kick off and try and poison the rest of the players. I
Because
personally
it has
think
to be about him or nothing.
exactly. I personally think he damaged Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech is an emotional player anyway, and he's a bit of a sulker. And misery loves company. Lukaku made sure he latched onto him and completely took him off track. I can't see any sense in this. And not only will he become a problem to the team, but he will become a problem to the fan base. And if Maresca wants to start with all of us on the same page, don't put somebody that potentially the fans will boo, and I can't blame them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Today, are you still there? Can we hear you? Or are you gone? And I don't know. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Can you hear now? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny thing, when I think about Lukaku, I always think about our first conversation at the Chelsea perspective, right? So,
You joined the channel today and we became enemy that day.
yes. So
Uh,
overall, I agree with Bobby. We don't need Lukaku at Chelsea anymore. As much as I love him, he's my boy. But at the same time, things that he did at Chelsea is unacceptable. It's not welcome here. And I hope this season we'll be able to offload him. Finally, I hope so.
yeah, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you saying that. We have a few minutes to round off. But we're gonna get your question. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat and we'll try to address it. Where did I stop with the chat? Yeah, thank you. It's actually good. He's good, but how much? For how much? That's the question I'm asking. Sanchez was a scam purchase, though. I think you could say that it was a mistake. Mourinho should come to buy Lukaku and Sterling. He will have a plenty of money from the budget. I think he will, but I don't think he will buy Lukaku. Uh, just go away, man. Thanks for the delicious comment above it. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And Chelsea Sessions, go back, tight, go away. Kim So is in the house. Kim So, just tell us now. You know what you owe us, Kim So, Kim So, Kim So. And the legendary Glenn, if you're watching, just know, bro, we love you, and we know you probably listen, but probably at work. But we miss you whenever you're not here. You bring us laughter and a lot of good jokes from you, but we understand bills don't pay themselves. So continue working, continue listening. Just know that we love you. Ty, go away. I'm not talking about that again. Okay, Kim, so I heard you. I'm not reading that. Lukaku out. I can read that one, but the initial one, I disagree. And Kim, so you told us you were looking for a girlfriend. Have you found one? You owe us that. I'm gonna keep asking until you beg me to change it or you explain whether you found one. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. It's all love, Kim. So I know you know that. The likes do go a long way. I am looking. So have a good conversation with him. You guys should have a good plan in place, and I think you guys will find one. Um, all right, let's see. Yoro is that player that we typically hear about. All hype, no bite. Wow, some comment. Let's be real. He have Okay, we have watched 15 games of him. Yeah, he hasn't even played up to 40 games. How many in total? And he's now the new silver. I think that report actually was stupid, in my opinion. Suggesting we're signing an 18-year-old Euro who hasn't played much of that much of like you said, not played that much not played too many first team football as the replacement for Thiago Silva. If anything, for me, that was insulting, really. In all honesty, I have to let you know. Cucurella, okay. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to Ty, you hear it become too difficult, and there aren't too many on the market. Anything to start trust here. Let's see. Ty is Jamaican, right? Yeah, that's the truth. Summerville to Liverpool is hitting up. Chelsea want him, so I'm not going to say it's done yet. We do know, if anything, we'll always win the transfer market, and JC will tell you that. So we move on from the Lukaku talk to the next one. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and we'll be rounding off in a few minutes, in about 9 minutes. We have 100 likes. We made it. So let's see if we can add some cushion to that. Right now, Euro not not eating enough in France. He will be just go away. I'm not talking to you again, really. Okay. Wow. Okay, we're here to talk about football. So this is our team of the season, UEFA Champions League team of the season. Number 9, Harry Kane. Wow, Phil Foden, and Vinicius Junior, 10, Jude Bellingham. The 2 sixes there. Vitinha of Paris Saint-Germain, Sabitzer of Dortmund, left back Ian Maatsen, left centre back Matt Hummels, Dortmund, Rudiger, Real Madrid, Carvajal of Real Madrid, and Kobo. I think we should go for him, but I don't think Dortmund would want to sell. He's good on the ball too, and he's an excellent shot stopper. I think we were linked with a move with him last season, weren't we, Trevoh?
Yeah, we are linked with him. I don't know what happened, but also I think he signed a new contract, so I don't know what will be his new release clause if we are looking for him. So I don't know, man. Anyway, we went for Sanchez. We should have signed this guy.
Yeah, we should have. JC is crying because he missed the discussion of the elephant in the room, or the woolly mammoth in the room. Bobby, do you know Kobu well enough to talk about him? I think he will be an excellent choice, but probably won't come cheap. But we're not even considering him right now. We're considering other goalkeepers.
Who's this? Alvarez? Who's this?
No, Kobo, Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper.
No, I don't know him that well.
Okay. We were linked
yeah.
with a move with him last season, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't be blamed for anything at the Champions League final, and I don't know. I can't say I'm an expert on him at all.
Yeah, I think he's an excellent player, but we'll see. But we're not interested in him right now. There's a new goalkeeper. What's his name again? If you're there, Trevoh, there's a new. You can say, should I call him a new entrant into the list of goalkeepers we're looking at? Was it the Bologna goalkeeper? What's his name? Trevoh, I'm quite sure you'll know.
Who? You Las Palmas goal.
Not Jorgensen, not Mamadashvili. There's another goalkeeper we started looking at.
Oh, Las Palmas goalkeeper that Bobby's talking about, Valero Alvaros, Valero, something like that. Yes, Las Palmas.
Is he good? Do you know him that well?
No, I won't say I know him that well, but one thing I know for sure, Las Palmas former coach, I think he plays a positional football. That means the goalkeeper must also be good on his feet, right? But
Mhm.
I've saw some clips or comms from YouTube. He's a good shot stopper. He know how to pass, but overall, it just comes. I don't know much about him. And then he's 26 years old, so I don't know whether he'll be a good fit for Enzo Maresca or not.
Yeah, but definitely, I think we'll definitely sign in a new goalkeeper. I agree with you. Did someone say Maatsen sucks? A lot of Chelsea fans say that. I think one of them, I think Uncle Jester said that Maatsen sucks also. But I think he will correct me if I'm wrong if he's listening. Or Kalito, I don't remember. Holmes is free, guys. Experienced CV, but would he want to come to us? Tosin is Silva's replacement. Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's as good as Silva. But I think he's capable of. He's well equipped to become as good as Silva in 2 years or so. He's excellent on the ball. He can drive with the ball, so confident on the ball too. His passing range is wow. His passes are delicious to watch, whether on the carpet or in the air. And he has the passing range that a midfielder would be proud of. And I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, you have a nearly red watch. Nearly red, it's not red. I don't know if it's anything like black gold. No, but but thank you. Let's see. The ownership. It's not red. It's not red. Really, I'm not joking. The ownership of Chelsea Session will be removed from time in September 2024. Short list of individuals will be interviewed to take over. Just go away, man, and leave me alone. Announcement to September 12th. Free handshake. Keep going. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 102 likes. Congratulations to us. We made it. John Terry will be nervous to ask you time, coach. All right. I think we've come to the natural end of the show, Bobby. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say. And Dante is saying, Vels is the guy's name. He's very good on the ball. Good height, 6'4". Apparently, one of the best goalkeepers in Spain this past season. With a 25 million release clause, is this release clause? I think will be a lot of clubs are lining up for him. If it's as good as you've explained, I am back. Oscar, Oscar, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Bobby, anything else you want to say before we call it a day?
No, we still wait for the announcement. That's about it.
We're still waiting. And I don't think we will do a show on here if the announcement comes on because Trevoh, he's already announced that he will go live immediately after the announcement. So I'll give him space to finish, even if we're going to go live here before we come on. Trevoh, anything else you want to say, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tobago,
just
put
want
your link in the chat, please. That's I'm sure I have it, but just to be
What did you
100%.
say?
Tobago's link in the chat.
Yeah,
I
it's in
think
the
I have it.
description section. Yeah. If you check, I'll just do that. Bobby's Twitter link. Let me just share that right here. If you will find Bobby's Twitter link in the description section. Also, the link to Trevoh's YouTube channel can also be found in the description section. Please go follow Bobby. I think I need to do command for the panelists so it's easier. Once you like in the case of Trevoh, Chelsea and Ty also is talking about he's released a video about the goalkeeper we just talked about, Vels is not how you pronounce his name. I don't know. But go check it out. I shared the direct link there so people can go check it out. And here's Trevoh. Go check out his YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. I know we can. I'm going to share the link to Bobby's YouTube channel, and I think I need to create commands to make it easier for those in the chat to trigger the command to share the links for the panelists. So Bobby's Twitter link. I still call it Twitter. I'm sorry. Bobby's Twitter link. Go check it out and be sure to follow him. He should have at least 5,000 followers because a lot of work that he does for the Chelsea community. Markim, was Markim here and I missed it? Oh, Mike Newm, apologies, bro. I'm late. Yeah, late. Lateness is great. Is greatness. See you next time, brother. But we love you, Mike. Yeah, be great. At least you're late, and it's a good sign. Ty, just having a good conversation. Here's the link to Bobby's YouTube channel, Bobby's Twitter account. Go check it out. Be sure to follow him. You will see more of information. You'll see more of Bobby's information in the description section. Be sure to follow him. Also, you will see the Trevoh's information in the description section. Be sure to follow him and subscribe to his YouTube channel. More importantly, let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And with that, I want to say thank you to Constantine Dunchili. Big up to you, bro. Thank you to Ty, Chelsea Session. Thank you to Kimso. Thank you to Bobby on the panel, to Trevoh on the panel, my bro, always keeping me company, even though I haven't actually had the time to be on the panel of his shows, but I think he understands. I'm usually resting at the time, but I do my best to be in the comment section. Mikey Newm, thank you for joining. Oscar, thank you for joining. Shanks, Jason. And if you're watching the Blue, again, much love to you. If you're watching, just know that I love you, bro. Glenn, the same thing. Liam Lane, the same thing. I love you all. And if I miss your name, apologies. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. Oh, oh, la, 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 la. up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,